Tonight, we are going to sit with one of the strangest and most quiet moments in the whole story of the boy who lived. A moment that almost everyone misremembers or skips past entirely. We are going to talk about the night Harry Potter actually died. Not nearly died, not came close to dying, but truly died, in a dark clearing in a forest, struck down by the very wizard who had hunted him his whole life. It happened in the middle of the most famous battle that world had ever known, with thousands of people fighting and grieving and hiding only a short walk away, and yet almost none of them ever understood what had really taken place out there among the trees. A death happened that night, a real and important one, and the strangest part of all is how few people ever noticed it for what it was. That is the quiet mystery we are going to unfold together, slowly and gently, while you settle in and drift off to sleep. I want to say at the start that there is nothing frightening in this story, even though it begins with a death. It is, in the end, one of the most peaceful and hopeful moments in that whole long account. A story about letting go and being given a choice, about mercy hidden inside something that looked like an ending. So you can let yourself relax completely as we go. I will keep my voice low and slow and steady the whole way through, and the story will unfold like a soft mystery being gently solved, one quiet piece at a time. You do not need to follow every thread or hold every detail. You only need to lie back, get comfortable, and let the words carry you down toward rest, while the strange, quiet truth of that night slowly comes clear. We will take our time with it. A story like this one deserves to be told slowly, with all its small turns and hidden corners explored at an easy, unhurried pace. The kind of pace that lets your mind wander and soften and begin to let go. There is no rush to reach the end. The mystery will keep, and by the time we arrive at the heart of it, at the actual moment of the death that nobody noticed, you will most likely already be halfway to sleep yourself, which is exactly how it should be. This is a story meant to be drifted through, not studied, so let yourself drift. Before we step into the forest on that long ago night, let me say a quiet thank you to everyone who keeps coming back to rest here. If you are drifting off with us again tonight, leave a comment and tell me how many nights in a row it has been. And if this is your very first night here, simply write night 1, so I know you found your way in. There is no need to stay awake for any of it. Let it play on, low and soft, and let yourself go whenever you like. Now we go back to that night, to the battle and the forest and the boy walking softly toward his own death, and begin to uncover what truly happened and why almost no one ever understood it. To understand the death that nobody noticed, we have to go back to the very end of the long war, to a single terrible night at the old castle school in the hills. For years, the dark wizard had spread his shadow across that world, gathering followers, sowing fear, hunting down anyone who stood against him. And at the center of all his hunting was one young man, barely more than a boy, who had been marked since infancy as the one person with the power to bring about his end. On this night, the war had come at last to the school itself, and the two of them, the hunter and the hunted, were drawing toward each other across a battlefield strewn with the fallen. The great stone castle, which had stood for 1,000 years as a place of learning and warmth and light, had become a place of smoke and rubble and grief. Walls had been blown apart. Bodies of the brave lay still in the corridors and the courtyards. The survivors crowded into the great hall, tending the wounded, weeping over the dead, snatching a moment of rest before the fighting began again. And out beyond the broken walls, in the dark trees of the forest that bordered the grounds, the dark wizard waited with his followers gathered around him, having sent out a single cruel message. He would stop the slaughter, he said, if the boy he hunted would only come to him, alone, and give himself up. If the boy did not come, the killing would go on, until nothing was left. The boy heard the message, and here is where the story turns toward its quiet secret, because what the boy did next, and why he did it, was understood by almost no one at the time, and has been misunderstood by many ever since. He did not gather his friends to fight at his side. He did not make a plan to trick the dark wizard, or to fight his way free. Instead, alone and silent, carrying a terrible knowledge that he had only just discovered. He slipped away from the great hall, away from the people he loved, and began to walk out toward the dark forest, toward the wizard who wanted him dead, with no intention of fighting at all. He was walking, calmly and deliberately, toward his own death, and he believed, as he walked, that he would not be coming back. Why would he do such a thing, this boy who had fought so hard to live through so many dangers? That is the first thread of the mystery, and to follow it, we have to understand a secret that had been hidden inside him for almost his entire life, a secret so strange and so well concealed that even he had only learned the truth of it in the last hour, watching the final memories of a dying man. To understand the death that happened in the forest, we first have to understand what was living, softly and unseen, inside the boy himself. So we turn to that secret now, gently, and begin to draw it out into the light. The secret was this. The boy carried, hidden inside himself, a piece of the very soul of the wizard who was trying to kill him. He had carried it for almost 17 years, ever since he was a baby, without knowing it was there. It had grown up alongside him, lodged inside him like a splinter buried so deep that the skin had healed over it, present at every birthday and every ordinary day, a small dark fragment of the darkest wizard alive, riding silently along inside the body of the boy who was meant to defeat him. And almost no one in the world knew it was there. For most of the boy's life, not even the boy himself knew. To understand how such a thing was possible, we have to understand what the dark wizard had done to his own soul, long before. Terrified of death above all other things, he had found a way to anchor himself to life. A piece of forbidden magic so dark that few even dared to speak of it. He had learned to split his soul into pieces, and to hide those pieces away, each one inside some object or some hidden place, so that as long as even a single fragment survived somewhere in the world, he could not truly die. His body might be destroyed, but a piece of him would remain, tethered to life, waiting to be restored. He had done this not once but many times, tearing his soul again and again, scattering the pieces, making himself harder and harder to kill, until he had become less a man than a kind of broken thing held together by dark magic and fear. What he had never intended, what he never even realized, was that on the night he tried to murder the boy as an infant, something went terribly wrong with his plan. His curse, the one meant to end the child's life, rebounded somehow and struck him down instead, tearing his already ruined soul apart one more time. And in that chaos, a small fragment of his soul broke loose, and, with no other anchor nearby, latched onto the only living thing in the room, the baby who had just survived. Without meaning to, without ever knowing it, the dark wizard had made the boy into one of his hidden soul pieces, an unintended anchor, a living vessel for a fragment of his own dark self. The very person prophesied to destroy him now carried a part of him inside, knit so closely into the boy's own being that the two could not easily be separated. This is the strange and quiet truth at the root of everything that happened in the forest. The boy was not only the dark wizard's enemy, he was, without either of them choosing it, one of the dark wizard's anchors to life, one of the pieces that had to be destroyed before the dark wizard could ever truly die. And that meant something almost unbearable, something the boy came to understand only in his final hour. For the dark wizard to be defeated, the piece of soul inside the boy had to be destroyed. And for that piece to be destroyed, the boy himself, the living vessel that held it, would have to die. We can sit with that for a moment, gently, because it is the heavy, quiet center around which this whole story turns. For most of his life, the boy had no idea, but the fragment inside him was never entirely silent. It left traces, small, strange signs that something was different about him, clues scattered across his whole childhood that no one quite knew how to read. The most obvious was the thin mark on his forehead, the scar left by the curse that should have killed him. It was not an ordinary scar. At times, it would burn and ache, flaring with a pain that came from nowhere, and the boy slowly learned that it hurt most strongly when the dark wizard was near, or when the dark wizard was feeling some powerful surge of emotion. The mark was a kind of doorway, a thin place where the boy and the fragment inside him were connected to the larger soul it had been torn from, far away. Through that connection, stranger things came. The boy began to see things in his dreams that were not dreams at all. Glimpses through the dark wizard's own eyes, flashes of distant rooms and cruel deeds happening many miles away. He would wake with his scar searing, having witnessed something no ordinary dream could show him. Sometimes he felt feelings that were not his own rising up inside him, sudden surges of anger or cold satisfaction that belonged to the dark soul he was tied to. He could even, at times, speak the language of serpents, a rare and sinister gift that he had never been born with, but had received, without knowing it, on the night the fragment latched onto him. He had a piece of the dark wizard's own abilities living inside him, leaking out in small, uncanny ways across his whole young life. For years, everyone who noticed these signs explained them in other ways, or simply did not understand them at all. The boy thought the dreams were a strange side effect of the curse he had survived. His teachers worried about the connection but kept their deepest fears to themselves. No one said the true thing out loud, the thing that would have been almost too terrible to say, which was that the reason the boy was so strangely linked to the dark wizard, the reason he shared the dreams and the language and the flashes of borrowed feeling, was that he was carrying a living piece of the dark wizard's soul inside his own body. The clues were all there, scattered across 17 years, hiding in plain sight, but the truth they pointed to was so strange and so dark that almost no one put it together, and the few who did kept it locked away as the most dangerous secret of the entire war. So the boy grew up as a kind of unknowing vessel, carrying his enemy inside him, marked and connected and subtly changed, while the world around him saw only a boy with an unusual scar and an unusual story. The fragment waited, silent and patient, knit into the very fabric of who he was, and all the while, a quiet countdown was running toward the night when the truth would finally come out, and the boy would learn what he was and what he would have to do about it. We will follow the story now to the one person who understood the secret most fully and who carried the terrible weight of it for years in silence. There was one wizard who understood the secret more fully than anyone else, an old and brilliant headmaster who had watched over the boy from a distance since the very beginning. He was perhaps the only person clever enough and informed enough to piece the whole terrible truth together, and piece it together he did, slowly, over many years. He came to understand that the dark wizard had made hidden anchors for his soul. He came to suspect, and then to be almost certain, that the boy himself was one of them, an accidental anchor created on that long-ago night. And he understood what that meant, the part that was almost too heavy to carry. He understood that one day, for the dark wizard to be truly defeated, the piece of soul inside the boy would have to die, and that the boy would have to be willing to die for that to happen. Imagine carrying that knowledge in silence, year after year, while watching a child grow up. The old headmaster came to care for the boy a great deal, watched him become brave and kind and loyal, watched him make friends and find his place in the world, and all the while held inside himself the quiet certainty that he was, in some sense, raising the boy toward a sacrifice. He told himself it was necessary, that the whole world depended on it, that there was no other way to be rid of the dark wizard for good. But it weighed on him terribly. He kept the secret close, sharing it with almost no one, because if it were widely known, the dark wizard might learn that the boy was one of his anchors, and guard the boy too carefully, or the plan might fail in a dozen other ways. So he carried it alone, the loneliest knowledge in the whole war. The old headmaster did not even tell the boy directly, not for the longest time. He worried that if the boy knew too soon that he was meant to die, he might lose hope, or grow reckless, or be unable to live an ordinary life under the shadow of such a fate. So the headmaster made a difficult choice. He decided to let the boy grow up first, to let him have his childhood and his friendships and his small, ordinary joys, and to arrange things so that the truth would reach the boy only at the very end, only when the moment had truly come. He planted the knowledge carefully, hidden away, set to be revealed at exactly the right time, like a letter written long in advance and left to be opened on a particular day. It was a gentle cruelty and a cruel gentleness all at once, and the headmaster agonized over whether he had any right to do it. By the time the final battle came, the old headmaster himself was gone, having died the year before, in his own carefully arranged way, part of a deeper plan that few understood. But he had left behind what the boy would need, the memories and the messages that would finally tell the boy the truth. And so, in the heart of the battle, with the castle falling around him, the boy at last received the secret that had been waiting for him his whole life. He learned what he was, he learned what was inside him, and he learned what he would have to do. We follow him now into that terrible quiet hour, when a young man learned that he had to die, and decided to go and do it. The truth reached the boy through the last memories of a dying man, a teacher who had spent his whole life playing a dangerous double game, and who, with his final strength, handed over the secret he had been keeping. In those silver memories the boy saw it all laid out, the old headmaster explaining, in private and long ago, that the boy was an anchor for the dark wizard's soul, that the fragment inside him had to be destroyed, and that the only way for that to happen was for the boy to die at the dark wizard's hand. The boy watched these memories alone, in a quiet office, in the middle of the worst night of his life, and understood at last the shape of his own story. He was not meant to survive. He was meant to walk to his death, so that the world could be free. It would have been the most natural thing in the world to refuse, to rage against it, to look for another way. He was young. He had so much life ahead of him, people he loved, a future he had only begun to imagine. And yet, in that quiet hour, something in him simply accepted it. He understood, with a calm that surprised even himself, that this was the thing he had to do, that all the people fighting and dying for him made no sense unless he was willing to do this one last thing. He thought of everyone who had already given their lives. He thought of the friends still fighting, the children hiding in the castle, the whole world that would suffer if the dark wizard won. And he decided, silently and alone, that he would go. He did not tell his closest friends what he was doing. He knew that if he told them, they would never let him go, that they would insist on fighting at his side, that they would try to find another way and waste the little time that was left. So he kept the secret, as so many had kept secrets in this story, and he slipped away alone. But he was not entirely without comfort on that walk. He had with him a small ancient stone, an object of deep and strange magic, said to be able to call back a shadow of the dead. And as he walked out toward the dark forest, toward his own ending, he turned the stone, and the faint, gentle forms of those he had loved and lost rose up around him to walk with him. They were not truly alive, only soft echoes, but they were warm and kind, and they told him they were proud of him, and that dying was not as hard as he feared, and that they would stay with him until the very end. So he did not walk alone into the dark. He walked surrounded by love, toward the thing he had to do. There is something almost unbearably gentle about that walk through the dark trees, the young man moving calmly toward his death, with the soft shades of his loved ones drifting beside him, like a quiet honor guard. He was frightened, of course, but he was also strangely at peace, held by the presence of those who had gone before, steadied by the knowledge that he was doing the right thing. The forest was dark and still around him. The sounds of the battle faded behind, and ahead, in a clearing lit by a low fire, the dark wizard waited with his followers, not knowing that the boy was bringing him exactly what he most wanted, and exactly what would help to undo him. When the boy reached the edge of the clearing, he stopped for a moment, in the shadow of the trees, and looked at the wizard who had hunted him his whole life. The dark wizard stood by the fire, pale and strange, and barely human anymore, his ruined soul having warped even his face into something cold and serpentine. His followers were gathered in a ring around him, waiting. The boy let the soft shades of his loved ones slip away, gathering the last of his courage. and then he stepped out into the firelight and let himself be seen. A silence fell over the clearing. The dark wizard turned, and for a moment, the two of them simply looked at each other across the fire. The hunter and the boy he had been trying to kill since before the boy could even remember. Here is the part that mattered most, the choice the boy made in that final moment, the choice that almost no one ever understood. He did not raise his wand, he did not try to fight, or to duck, or to defend himself in any way. He had decided, walking through the forest, that he would not resist at all. He would simply stand there and let it happen, offering no defense, because that was the only way the thing inside him could be destroyed, without the boy taking the dark wizard down through some struggle of his own. So he stood, open and unguarded, his arms at his sides, and he waited. It was the bravest thing imaginable, and it looked, to anyone who might have seen it, like the simplest thing in the world. A boy standing still in a clearing, nothing more. The dark wizard raised his wand. He spoke the words of the killing curse, the words that had ended so many lives, the words that he believed would finally rid him of the one enemy prophesied to undo him. A flash of green light leapt from the wand and struck the boy full in the chest, and the boy felt himself go. There was the green light, and then there was a great rushing, and then the boy knew nothing at all of the clearing or the fire or the dark wizard. To every eye in that clearing, the boy simply fell, struck dead by the killing curse, dropping to the forest floor without a sound. The dark wizard himself was thrown backward by the force of what had happened, collapsing to the ground beside his fallen enemy. For a long moment, both of them lay still in the dark, and it seemed, to anyone watching, that the boy who lived had finally died. And here is the secret heart of the whole story, the death that nobody noticed. Something did die in that clearing when the green light struck. A death truly happened, a real and final and enormously important one. But it was not, or not only, the death that everyone assumed. The killing curse struck the boy, yes, but the boy was carrying that fragment of the dark wizard's own soul, and the curse, seeking out the life in front of it, struck the weakest and most exposed thing it found. It struck and destroyed the fragment of soul that did not belong there, the little splinter of the dark wizard that had been riding inside the boy for almost 17 years. In that single flash of green light, the last hidden piece of the dark wizard's soul, the one that no one had been able to find or destroy, was burned away into nothing. The dark wizard had just, with his own hand, destroyed one of his own anchors to life, and he had no idea he had done it. That was the death that nobody noticed. We stay with it a while, gently, and understand what it truly meant. While his body lay still on the forest floor, the boy found himself somewhere else entirely, somewhere quiet and bright and strange. It was not the dark clearing anymore. It was a vast, calm, pale place, soft and bright and silent, a little like a great empty railway station seen in a gentle mist. A place between places, a threshold. There was no pain here, there was no fear, there was only a deep, clean stillness, the kind of quiet you might feel in the very early morning, before anyone else is awake, when the whole world seems to be holding its breath in peace. The boy stood in this bright, still place, whole and unhurt, and slowly understood that he had, in some sense, died, and that this was the soft threshold between what had been and whatever might come next. He was not alone there. The old headmaster was waiting for him, gentle and kind, looking younger and more at peace than the boy had ever seen him. And in that calm, bright place, the two of them talked, unhurried, with all the time in the world, while the battle and the forest and the fallen body seemed very far away. The headmaster explained what had happened, confirming the strange truth. The piece of the dark wizard's soul that had lived inside the boy was gone now, destroyed by the curse. The boy himself, though, was not necessarily finished. Because of the strange and tangled magic that bound the boy and the dark wizard together, because of choices and protections and old, deep magic that had been at work for years, the boy was being given something almost no one is ever given. He was being given a choice. He could go on, the headmaster told him gently, board the train, as it were, and move forward into whatever lay beyond. into rest and peace, his task complete, his sacrifice made. He had earned that rest 1,000 times over. No one could have asked more of him. Or, if he wished, he could go back. He could return to his body, lying in the forest, return to the pain and the fear and the unfinished battle, and try to end the dark wizard for good. Now that the last hidden fragment of soul was destroyed, and the dark wizard could finally be killed, it was entirely the boy's choice. He could rest, or he could return. Either path was open to him, there in the bright, quiet threshold between the worlds. It would have been so easy, and so understandable, to choose rest. He was tired in a way that went all the way to the bone. He had carried so much for so long. The peace of that bright, still place was deep, and real, and inviting, and no one anywhere could have blamed him for staying. But the boy thought of the people still fighting back at the castle, the friends bleeding in the corridors, the children hiding in fear, the whole world that would fall under the dark wizard's shadow if no one stopped him now. And he made his choice. He would go back. He would return to his broken body and his unfinished task, and he would see it through to the end. So he turned away from the peaceful threshold, away from the offered rest, and he chose to return to life. We follow him back now, gently, into the dark clearing where his body lay. The boy opened his eyes, and he was lying face down on the cold forest floor, exactly where he had fallen. He was alive. He was back in his own body, in the dark clearing, with the dark wizard and the followers all around him. But he was clever enough, even in that dazed moment, to understand that he must not let them know he had survived. So he lay completely still, keeping his eyes almost closed, slowing his breath, playing dead. He listened as the dark wizard, who had also been knocked down by the strange backlash of the curse, slowly recovered and sent someone to check whether the boy was truly dead. And in one of the small, quiet mercies of that night, the person sent to check, bending close and feeling for life, discovered that the boy was alive and chose, for reasons of her own, to whisper a question about a loved one and then to lie to the dark wizard, telling him the boy was dead. So the boy was carried back toward the castle as a corpse, limp and still, his survival a secret held by almost no one. Now think about what had truly happened, and what everyone believed had happened, because the gap between the two is the whole quiet heart of this story. What everyone believed was simple. The boy had gone to the forest and been killed. Then, somehow, impossibly, he had turned out to be alive after all, and had risen up at the last moment to face the dark wizard in a final duel before the whole castle. That was the version the world remembered, the dramatic resurrection, the boy who came back from the dead in the great hall. But that version skips right over the thing that actually mattered most, the real and decisive death, which had already happened out in the dark forest where almost no one could see. The death that won the war was not loud or public. It was the quiet burning away of a hidden splinter of soul, witnessed by no one, understood by almost no one. A death that looked, from the outside, like nothing more than a boy briefly falling down. When the boy was carried back to the castle, and the dark wizard announced in triumph that the boy who lived was dead, it seemed like the darkest moment of the whole war. The defenders of the castle wept, the dark wizard gloated, and then, in the chaos that followed, the boy slipped from the arms that carried him, very much alive, and the final confrontation began. But here is the thing to hold on to. By the time that famous final duel took place, the war was, in a hidden sense, already won. The last piece of the dark wizard's soul had already been destroyed, out in the forest, in that unnoticed death. The dark wizard was now, for the first time in many years, a single mortal soul in a single mortal body, able to be killed at last, though he himself did not understand this. The great public duel that everyone remembers was, in truth, the aftermath of a victory that had already been secretly won in the dark among the trees. And so the dark wizard fell, defeated at last, his last anchor gone, his immortality undone by his own hand, in a death he never even noticed he had caused. The war ended. The sun rose. The survivors began the long, slow work of grieving and healing and rebuilding, and almost no one, in all the celebration and all the sorrow, fully understood the strange, quiet truth of what had happened in the forest. That the boy had truly died there, that a piece of the dark wizard had died with him, and that the boy had chosen, in a bright, still place between the worlds, to come back and finish what he had started. Let us sit with the quiet of that for a while, and with everything it means. In the days and months and years that followed, the full truth of that night remained known to only a handful of people. The boy himself knew, of course. He had stood in the bright threshold and made his choice, and he carried the memory of it for the rest of his life. A few of his closest friends came to understand pieces of it, the ones who had been near enough to the secret to put it together. But for the wider world, the story settled into something simpler and less strange. The boy who lived had defeated the dark wizard. That was the version that went into the books, and the songs, and the whispered legends. The quiet death in the forest, the soul fragment, the choice in the bright still place. All of that faded into the background, too subtle and too strange for the grand story the world wanted to tell. There is something fitting in that, and something a little sad, and something softly beautiful all at once. The most important moment of the entire war, the true turning point, was almost completely invisible. It was not a great duel or a mighty spell. It was a boy choosing to stand still and let himself be struck, out in the dark where no one could see, so that a hidden piece of evil could be burned away. The loudest and most famous moment, the final public confrontation, was in a sense only the echo of that quiet, private victory. The world remembered the echo and forgot the source. The boy let it be so. He did not go about insisting that people understand exactly what had happened. He had not done it to be understood or praised. He had done it because it needed doing, and he was content to let the quiet truth stay quiet. And the boy carried that quiet knowledge for the rest of his days, the strange private understanding that he had once died, truly died, in a dark forest, and had been given the choice to come back, and had chosen to return. It must have changed him, holding a thing like that inside, to have stood at the threshold and seen the peace waiting there, to have felt how gentle the letting go could be, and then to have turned back toward life anyway, for the sake of others. He knew, in a way few people ever know, that death was not the terror it is so often imagined to be, that there was a calm and a kindness in it, a bright, quiet place and a sense of rest. And he knew, too, the value of the life he had chosen to return to, having once stood at the very edge of leaving it. Few people carry both of those knowings at once. The boy carried them in silence, for the rest of his long life, and let the world tell whatever simpler story it wished to tell. So that is the shape of the death that nobody noticed, the quiet center of one of the most famous stories ever told, hidden in plain sight inside the great noisy legend of the boy who defeated the dark wizard. A real death, a real choice, a real return, all of it taking place in the dark, where almost no one could see, and almost no one ever fully understood. We have drawn the secret out into the light now, gently, piece by piece, and from here we can let the sharp edges of the story soften and begin to drift toward the quiet and the comfort that lie at the heart of it. Before we do, let me pause here with you for a moment in the dark. What stays with you most about that night, once the surprise of the secret has settled, is how gentle the death turned out to be. We are taught to think of death as the worst of all things, a dark and frightening ending, and the boy himself had feared it as he walked through the forest. But what he found, when the green light took him, was not terror at all. It was a bright, calm, peaceful place, soft and still, with no pain in it and no fear, only a deep quiet and the kind presence of someone who loved him. The death that nobody noticed turned out to be, for the boy who experienced it, one of the most peaceful moments of his whole life. There is a deep comfort in that, the suggestion that the thing we fear most might be far gentler than we imagine, more like stepping into a quiet, bright station than falling into a dark pit. The story seems to whisper that death is not a wall but a doorway, not an ending, but a threshold, a soft, bright place where you are met with kindness and given rest. The boy stood in that place and felt no dread, only peace, and the offer of rest he had earned. And though he chose to turn back, he carried forever the knowledge of how gentle that threshold had been. For anyone lying awake, afraid of the dark, afraid of endings, afraid of the great unknown, there is a soft reassurance hidden in this old story. The picture of death as a calm, bright waiting room, rather than a terror, a place of peace rather than pain. It is only a story, of course, but it is a kind one, and there is no harm in letting its gentleness soothe you as you drift toward your own night's rest. And there is comfort, too, in the choice the boy was given, the sense that even at the very threshold he was not simply swept away, but allowed to decide. He was offered rest, freely, with no shame in taking it, and he was also allowed to return. The story does not treat his death as a trap that closed over him, but as a doorway he could step through or step back from as he chose. There is a deep gentleness in that picture, the idea that we are not merely victims of our endings but are met, at the threshold, with kindness and even with choice. Whether or not the world works that way, it is a soothing thing to imagine as you lie in the warm dark, the notion of a gentle threshold and a kind welcome and the freedom to rest. So the death that nobody noticed, frightening as it sounds when you first hear of it, turns out to be one of the most comforting moments in the whole story once you understand it. A boy walked calmly to his death, surrounded by love, was met at the threshold by kindness, was offered rest, and was given a choice. There is nothing frightening in that at all. There is only gentleness and peace, and the soft suggestion that endings may be kinder than we fear. Let that gentleness settle over you now, as we go on, softening the story further, easing you toward the deep rest that is waiting for you tonight. There is a deeper thread running through all of this, and it is the quiet power of love, which turns out to be the strongest force in the whole story, stronger even than the darkest magic. Long before that night in the forest, when the boy was only an infant, his mother had stood between him and the dark wizard, and given her own life to save his. She did not have to. She was offered the chance to step aside. But she chose to die rather than let her child be harmed, and that single act of pure, freely given love left a protection on the boy that the dark wizard could never understand or overcome. It was old magic, deep magic, the kind that cannot be bought or forced or faked, the kind that comes only from love freely given. And it lingered on the boy for years, an invisible shield spun from a mother's sacrifice. That same kind of love shaped what happened in the forest too. When the boy walked out to die, he was doing for the whole world what his mother had done for him, offering his own life freely, out of love, to protect others. And that willing sacrifice cast its own kind of protection over everyone he was dying to save, a quiet echo of his mother's gift many years before. The dark wizard, for all his power, never grasped any of this. He had spent his whole life trying to escape death through force and fear and the tearing apart of his own soul, and he simply could not comprehend a power that worked in the opposite way, through giving rather than taking, through love rather than fear. He thought the boy was weak for refusing to fight. He never understood that the boy's willingness to die was the very thing undoing him. This is perhaps the gentlest truth hidden inside the whole story, that the dark wizard was defeated not by a greater cruelty, but by a greater love. Everything he built was made of fear, the fear of death most of all, and everything that finally undid him was made of love, a mother's love, a boy's love for his friends, the willing sacrifice of one life for many. The deepest magic in that world was never the killing curse or the tearing of souls. It was the simple, stubborn, unbreakable power of caring for others more than for yourself. And that power, quiet and unglamorous, as it often is, turned out to be the thing that won the war, working away in the background while the louder magic flashed and roared. There is something so soothing in that, something worth carrying with you into sleep. The frightening magic, the dark and dramatic spells, none of it was the strongest force in the end. The strongest force was love, ordinary and gentle and freely given. The kind of love that a mother has for a child, that a friend has for a friend, that leads a person to give up everything for the sake of others. That love ran like a quiet golden thread through the whole story, mostly unseen, and at the deciding moment it proved stronger than all the darkness arrayed against it. Let that thought rest gently in your mind now, the quiet strength of love outlasting every shadow, as we drift on toward the soft heart of the night. It is worth sitting for a moment, with the strange mirror image at the center of this story, the way the dark wizard and the boy each faced death and chose such opposite paths. The dark wizard feared death more than anything in the world. He could not bear the thought of his own ending, and so he did monstrous things to escape it, tearing his soul into pieces, committing murder after murder, making himself less and less human with each act, all so that he would never have to die. He chased deathlessness with everything he had, and in chasing it, he destroyed everything in himself that made life worth living. He won a kind of immortality for a while, but it was a hollow and joyless thing, the existence of a broken creature who could no longer feel love or peace, or any of the warm, ordinary goodness of being alive. The boy did the opposite. When his moment came, he did not flee from death, or fight it, or try to bargain his way out of it. He accepted it. He walked toward it calmly, gave himself up to it freely for the sake of others, and in accepting death, in being willing to let go, he was given something the dark wizard could never have, which was life itself, freely returned to him, along with peace and love and an ordinary human future. The one who clutched at life lost everything that made it worth having. The one who was willing to let life go was given it back, whole and warm. There is an old and gentle wisdom in that pattern, the idea that grasping too tightly at something can be the very thing that destroys it, while holding it lightly, with open hands, is what lets it stay. The contrast says something quiet and true about fear, as well. The dark wizard's whole life was ruled by fear, the fear of death above all, and that fear made him cruel and small and finally defeated. The boy felt fear too, walking through the forest, but he did not let it rule him. He felt it and walked on anyway, and on the other side of his fear he found peace. Fear, the story seems to say, is not overcome by running from the thing we dread, but by walking toward it with love and courage and acceptance, and discovering, often, that it was far gentler than we imagined. The boy's calm in the face of death undid the dark wizard's lifetime of terror. Acceptance proved stronger than fear. There is comfort in that for anyone, lying awake at the end of a long day, carrying their own quiet fears. The story whispers that the things we dread most are often softened by acceptance, that grasping and clutching and running only tighten fear's grip, while letting go gently, with open hands and an open heart, is what brings peace. The boy let go and found peace, and was given his life back besides. Let that gentle wisdom settle over you now, the soft permission to loosen your grip on the day, to stop clutching and bracing, to let go gently into rest, trusting that letting go is not a loss but a kind of homecoming. Let us pause here together for a quiet moment before we go on. There is another quiet comfort hidden in this story, and it has to do with the difference between the darkness that can lodge inside a person and the person they truly are. For almost 17 years, the boy carried a fragment of the darkest soul alive inside his own body. It whispered to him sometimes, fed him dark dreams, lent him a sinister gift or two, stirred up feelings that were not his own. And yet, through all of it, the boy himself remained kind and brave and loyal and good. The dark splinter lodged inside him never made him into a dark person. It was a thing he carried, not a thing he was. When the curse finally burned it away, what remained was simply the boy, whole and himself, exactly as he had always truly been beneath the borrowed shadow. That is a gentle and important truth, the difference between what lives inside us and who we really are. We all carry things we did not choose and would not have chosen, old fears and borrowed angers and dark thoughts that drift through us unbidden. But those things are not the same as our true selves. They are splinters, lodged for a time, not the substance of who we are. The boy proved that across 17 years, carrying a piece of pure darkness, and remaining, himself, full of light. And when the darkness was finally gone, he was not diminished or damaged at the core. He was simply, fully himself, the shadow lifted away, the true person, revealed to have been there all along, intact beneath everything. There is real comfort in that, for anyone who has ever felt haunted by their own dark thoughts, who has ever feared that the difficult feelings drifting through them might be the truth of who they are. The story gently says otherwise. It says that you can carry darkness without becoming it, that the shadows passing through your mind are not your true self, that beneath whatever splinters you carry, there is a whole and good person who remains whole and good no matter what. The dark thoughts are visitors, not residents. They lodge for a while, and then, one day, they are burned away, and what remains is simply you, as you always truly were beneath them. So as you lie there in the warm dark tonight, you can let go of any heaviness you might be carrying, any dark or difficult feeling that has lodged in you through the long day, and remember that it is not the truth of who you are. It is only a splinter, passing through, and beneath it you remain whole and good, and entirely yourself. The boy carried far worse, and stayed himself all the way through. Whatever small shadows you are carrying tonight, you can set them down, knowing they were never really you, and rest in the simple wholeness of your own true self, quiet and good beneath everything. Let that ease settle into you now, as we drift gently on. One of the smallest and most touching details of the whole aftermath is what happened to the thin scar on the boy's forehead, the mark that had connected him to the dark wizard for his entire life. For all those years, it had ached and burned, flaring with borrowed pain whenever the dark wizard was near, or angry, a constant reminder of the strange tether between them, a doorway through which dark dreams and stolen feelings had passed. It had never truly left him alone. It was simply part of his life, the price of carrying a fragment of soul that did not belong to him, an ache he had grown so used to that he could scarcely remember a time without it. After that night in the forest, after the fragment was burned away and the dark wizard finally fell, the scar went quiet. The pain stopped. The dark dreams ceased. The sudden surges of feeling that were not his own never came again. The doorway in his forehead, which had stood open his whole life, swung gently shut at last, and stayed shut. That connection was over. The tether was cut. For the first time since he was an infant, the boy was simply himself, with no piece of anyone else inside him, no thin, painful link to a distant darkness, no borrowed nightmares waiting in his sleep. The mark remained on his skin, a faint reminder of all he had been through, but it was only a scar now, quiet and painless, a closed door rather than an open one. There is something truly restful in that small detail, the image of a lifelong ache simply ceasing, a doorway long held open finally closing, a mind that had never been entirely its own becoming, at last, wholly and peacefully its own. After 17 years of intrusion, the boy could finally sleep without fear of dark dreams pouring in through the open door of his scar. His mind was his alone now, private and quiet and safe, the long connection severed, the long ache gone. He could rest, truly rest, in a way he had not been able to since before he could even remember. Imagine that kind of relief, the quiet that comes when a long pain finally stops, when a door that has stood open for years swings softly shut, and the draft that came through it ceases at last. That is the kind of peace the boy was given after that night, the deep, restful peace of a mind made wholly his own again. And it is the kind of peace available to you too, as you lie here now, letting the day close behind you like a gently shutting door, letting the small aches and open worries of your waking hours swing softly closed, so that your mind becomes a still and private and peaceful place, yours alone, safe and quiet, ready for deep, untroubled rest. Let every open door in your mind swing gently shut now, and rest. There is a larger truth tucked inside this story, of the death that nobody noticed, and it is worth turning over gently as you drift. The single most important act of the entire war, the thing that truly broke the Dark Wizard's power, was almost completely invisible. It happened in the dark, witnessed by no one who understood it. A quiet boy standing still and letting himself be struck so that a hidden evil could be destroyed. There were no crowds to cheer it, no songs written about it, no one even fully aware that it was happening. The decisive moment of the whole long war was a private, unseen act of courage and love, performed in the shadows where no one was watching. The world, as it so often does, remembered the loud and visible things, the final duel in the Great Hall, the dramatic fall of the Dark Wizard before a watching crowd. But the real victory had been won earlier and quieter, out of sight, by a kind of heroism that made no noise and sought no audience. And this points to something true and gentle about the world itself, that so much of the most important good is done in silence, unseen, unrewarded, by people who are not looking to be noticed. The grand visible moments get remembered, but underneath them, holding everything up, is a vast hidden web of quiet sacrifices and small unseen kindnesses that no one ever sings about, that hold the world together all the same. There is a deep comfort in knowing that goodness does not need to be seen to be real, that the most important things a person does may be the ones no one ever notices. The boy did not walk into the forest for glory or recognition. He did it because it needed doing, in the dark, alone, expecting to die unremembered, and that quiet, unwitnessed act turned out to be the thing that saved everyone. The story honors a kind of goodness that asks for nothing, that works away in the shadows, that is content to go unnoticed so long as the work gets done. That is a beautiful thing to rest your mind on at the end of a day, the quiet dignity of unseen good. And perhaps there is a small gentleness in it for you too. So much of what you do, day after day, may go unnoticed and unthanked. The quiet, ordinary efforts and kindnesses that no one sees. The story whispers that these unseen things matter, that they are not less important for being invisible, that the quiet good you do in the shadows of your ordinary days is part of the same hidden web that holds the world together. You do not need to be noticed for your goodness to be real. You can let go of any wish to be seen or thanked tonight, and rest in the quiet knowledge that what you give, seen or unseen, matters. Let that gentle thought soothe you as we drift on toward the deep rest ahead. Let me bring you back, for a moment, to that bright, still place where the boy found himself after the curse struck, because it is one of the most peaceful images in the whole story, and a good one to rest your mind upon. It was a vast, calm, pale place, soft with light and mist, hushed and gentle, like a great quiet station in the early morning, before any train has come or gone. There was no pain there, no fear, no hurry. There was only stillness and light, and a sense of being safe and held in a place outside of time. After all the noise and terror of the battle, the boy found himself in the deepest quiet imaginable, a bright, soft peace that asked nothing of him at all. It is a lovely thing to picture as you settle towards sleep, that bright, calm threshold, that hushed and peaceful in-between place. Imagine a vast, quiet hall, full of soft light, warm and still, where there is nowhere you need to go, and nothing you need to do, only rest. Imagine the deep calm of a place outside the rush of ordinary time, where you can simply be, held in gentle light, with all your burdens set down and all your tasks complete. That is the kind of peace the boy found at the threshold, and it is the kind of peace that is available to you now, here, in the warm dark. As you let go of the day and drift towards sleep, you can rest in that bright, still quiet, in your imagination, and let it carry you down. The boy was offered rest in that place, freely, with no shame in taking it, and though he chose to return, the offer itself was real and kind. Tonight, you do not have to choose to go back to anything. You can simply accept the rest you are being offered, the deep, soft rest of sleep, and let yourself sink into it fully, with no task waiting, no battle to return to, nothing required of you at all but to let go and rest. The threshold the boy stood upon was a place of peace and welcome, and the sleep you are drifting toward is the same. You are being offered rest. You can take it freely, gladly, completely, and let it carry you all the way down into the deep quiet. So let that bright, still place be a soft image to hold as you drift. A vast, calm hall of gentle light where there is nothing but peace. Let it grow around you in your mind, quiet and warm and welcoming. A place where every burden is set down and every worry falls silent, and there is only rest. You are safe there, you are held there, and you can stay as long as you like, sinking deeper and deeper into the gentle quiet of it, drifting softly down toward the deep, sweet sleep that is waiting to take you in. Let the bright stillness hold you now, and rest. It is worth thinking, too, about the small handful of people who did come to understand what truly happened that night, and the quiet grace with which the boy let everyone else believe a simpler story. A few of those closest to him pieced together the truth, the friends who had stood near the heart of the secret, the ones who knew about the hidden soul fragments, and the strange tether, and the choice in the bright, still place. They carried the knowledge with him, a small circle of people who understood the real shape of the victory. But the boy never demanded that the wider world understand. He never went about correcting the legend, or insisting that people grasp exactly what had happened in the forest. He let the simpler story stand, and kept the deeper truth softly among the few who knew. There is a quiet dignity in that, in doing a great and difficult thing, and then not needing everyone to understand it. The boy had not walked into the forest for recognition. He had done it because it was right, expecting to die unremembered, and so he had no hunger to be praised for it afterward. He was content to let the truth stay quiet, content to be misunderstood by a world that preferred a simpler story, content to hold the real knowledge gently among those who shared it. He did not need the validation of being fully seen. He knew what he had done, and that was enough. That is a rare and peaceful way to carry a great thing, without any need for it to be witnessed or applauded. So many of us long to be understood, to be seen clearly, to have others grasp the full truth of what we have done and what we have carried. The boy shows a gentler way, the deep, quiet peace of being content with the truth as you know it, whether or not anyone else fully understands. There is a freedom in that, in releasing the need to be seen, in letting the world believe whatever simpler story it wishes, while you hold the real one softly and at peace within yourself. You can carry that same gentle freedom into your rest tonight. You do not need anyone to fully understand your day, your efforts, your quiet struggles and small victories. You can let go of the wish to be seen and explained and understood, and rest instead in the quiet truth of your own knowing, content within yourself, at peace with what you carry, whether or not anyone else ever grasps it. The boy held the greatest secret of the war without a word, and was at peace. You can hold the quiet truth of your own life the same way, gently, without need for witness, and let that peace carry you down into sleep. Let it settle over you now, soft and easing, as we drift on. Think, too, of what the boy did with the life he chose to return to. Standing at that bright threshold, offered rest, he turned back toward the world, toward the pain and the unfinished battle and the long, uncertain years ahead. And the life he returned to was, in the end, a good one. The war was won. The dark wizard fell for good, and the boy grew up into a man and lived a long and ordinary and peaceful life, the kind of quiet, happy life that the dark wizard, for all his grasping at immortality, could never have imagined wanting. He found love, he built a family, he grew older, surrounded by people who cared for him, in a world slowly healing from the long darkness. The life he chose to return to gave him all the ordinary, warm, good things that make a life worth living. There is something so right about that. The boy who was willing to give up everything being given, in the end, a full and gentle life. He did not return to glory or power or endless adventure. He returned to ordinary happiness, to the small daily warmth of a life lived among loved ones, and that ordinary happiness was the greatest reward of all. The story seems to understand that the truest treasure is not power or fame or deathlessness, but exactly the kind of quiet, ordinary life the boy was given, full of love and small joys and peaceful days. The dark wizard chased a hollow immortality and lost everything good. The boy accepted death and was given a whole warm human life. The contrast could not be gentler or more clear, and the boy carried into that long life the quiet knowledge of what he had seen at the threshold, the gentleness of that bright, still place, the peace that had waited for him there. It must have softened his fear of endings forever after, knowing what he knew. He could live his ordinary days fully, love his people freely, enjoy his small joys without the shadow of dread that haunts so many. Because he had stood at the threshold and found it kind. He had been given a rare gift, not just the gift of returning, but the gift of no longer being afraid, of knowing in his bones that the great ending, when it finally came, would be gentle. That is perhaps the deepest comfort the whole story has to offer. The picture of a person who faced the worst, found it gentle, and came back to live without fear. It suggests that the things we dread may be kinder than we know, that life is precious exactly because we hold it lightly, and that a good, ordinary life full of love is the greatest treasure there is. Let those gentle thoughts rest in you now as you drift, the preciousness of ordinary days, the kindness hidden in endings, the deep worth of a quiet life well loved. Before we let the story soften entirely into the night, let me pause here with you once more. There is a deeper layer to the mystery worth drawing out gently, which is how the dark wizard brought his own downfall upon himself, step by step, without ever understanding what he was doing. Long before the boy was born, a prophecy had been spoken, a vague and clouded foretelling that a child would be born with the power to defeat the dark wizard. The dark wizard heard only part of it, a fragment carried to him by a spy, and in his fear, he acted on that fragment. He chose to believe it pointed to one particular infant, and he set out to murder that child before the child could ever grow into a threat. And in doing so, he made the prophecy come true with his own hands. For it was the dark wizard's attack that marked the boy, that gave him the scar, that tied them together, that lodged the fragment of soul inside the child, and made the boy into the one person who could truly bring about his end. Had the dark wizard simply left the child alone, none of it would have happened. There would have been no mark, no connection, no hidden anchor, no boy raised under a prophecy to oppose him. The dark wizard's own fear, his desperate attempt to escape the future he dreaded, was the very thing that created that future. He ran from his fate, straight into its arms. That is one of the oldest and most haunting patterns in any story. The prophecy that comes true precisely because someone tried so hard to prevent it. There is a quiet lesson tucked inside that, about how fear can become the author of the very thing it dreads. The dark wizard feared a challenger, and by acting on that fear, he created his challenger. He feared death, and by tearing his soul to escape it, he made himself into a thing barely alive. Again and again, his fear reached out and built the disasters he was trying to avoid. The boy, by contrast, did not act from fear. He acted from love and acceptance, and those led him not to ruin, but to peace. Fear built the dark wizard's downfall. Love built the boy's salvation. It is a gentle truth to rest upon, the way fear so often creates what it dreads, while love so often opens the way to peace. There is another hidden figure in this story, whose quiet sacrifice deserves to be drawn into the light. A teacher who spent his whole life playing the most dangerous game of all. To the world, and to the boy for the longest time, this teacher seemed cold and cruel, a man who disliked the boy and seemed to serve the dark side. But the truth, hidden until almost the very end, was far sadder and far more tender than anyone guessed. Long ago, this teacher had loved the boy's mother, loved her fully and hopelessly since they were children together. When she was killed by the dark wizard, something in the teacher broke, and out of that grief and guilt and love, he made a quiet vow to protect her son, in secret, for the rest of his life, whatever it cost him. And it cost him everything. To protect the boy, the teacher had to pretend to serve the dark wizard, had to live a double life of constant danger, had to endure the suspicion and hatred of nearly everyone. had to do terrible things to keep his cover, had to let the very boy he was protecting believe he was an enemy. He passed information in secret, shielded the boy again and again from the shadows, and never once received any thanks or recognition, because no one knew. He carried his love and his grief and his secret mission entirely alone, year after year, hated by the people he was helping, all out of love for a woman long dead and the son she had left behind. And in the end he gave his life for it, dying with his secret almost intact, revealing the truth only in his final moments. It is one of the saddest and most beautiful threads in the whole story, this quiet, hidden love that protected the boy from the shadows his entire life, unseen and unthanked. The teacher's whole long sacrifice was, like the death in the forest, something almost nobody noticed for what it truly was. The world saw a cold and bitter man. The truth was a heart so full of love and grief that it gave up an entire life to honor the memory of one person. There is a deep tenderness in that, and a deep sadness, and a quiet beauty. The picture of a love so faithful that it worked in secret for decades, asking nothing, expecting nothing, simply protecting, simply enduring, out of devotion to a memory. It is worth pausing on a strange and striking fact, which is that the boy survived the killing curse, not once but twice, the only person ever known to live through it, even a single time. The first time was as an infant, when his mother's love left a protection on him that turned the curse back on the one who cast it. The second time was that night in the forest, when the curse struck him down but did not truly end him, taking the fragment of dark soul instead, and leaving the boy himself able to return. Two encounters with the most final magic there is, and both times the boy lived, for reasons that had everything to do with love and sacrifice and the deep old magic they create, and nothing to do with ordinary spellwork or skill. There is a kind of symmetry in those two moments that gives the whole story its shape. As an infant, the boy was saved by his mother's willing sacrifice. As a young man, the boy saved the world through his own willing sacrifice, an echo of his mother's gift many years later. The protection that began with her love was completed by his. The curse that should have killed him as a baby instead bound him to his enemy, and the curse that should have killed him in the forest instead freed the world from that enemy. Twice the dark wizard aimed death at the boy, and twice that death rebounded into something the dark wizard never intended, undoing his own plans through the strange deep magic of love freely given. He never understood it the first time, and he never understood it the second. And just as his mother's sacrifice had protected the boy's own willing sacrifice in the forest cast a quiet protection over everyone he was dying to save. When he offered himself freely, expecting nothing, asking nothing, out of love for the people in the castle, that act created the same kind of old, deep magic his mother's death had created. The spells the dark wizard cast at the defenders afterward did not hold the way they should have. The harm he tried to do kept failing or falling short. Without understanding why, the dark wizard found his power slipping, his curses weakening, because the boy had wrapped the whole castle in the same protection a mother's love had once wrapped around a single child. The boy's quiet sacrifice was shielding them all, unseen, even as they fought, even as they grieved him. It is a beautiful hidden thing, that protection spreading out invisibly from the boy's willing death, sheltering everyone he loved. They did not know it was there. They thought they had simply lost him, but his love was guarding them the whole time, threaded into the very air of the battle, blunting the darkness arrayed against them. Love given freely, the story says again and again, creates a protection that the darkest magic cannot break, and the boy's sacrifice in the forest spread that protection over everyone, a quiet shield made of love, holding them safe while they fought on in grief, never knowing what was keeping them. Consider, too, that night from the dark wizard's side, because it deepens the strange quiet of the death that nobody noticed. When he cast the curse and saw the boy fall, the dark wizard himself was thrown to the ground, knocked senseless for a long moment by some force he could not understand. He did not know that the bond between him and the boy, the bond created by the fragment of soul, meant that striking the boy struck at himself as well. He woke confused and shaken, unsure what had happened, certain only that his enemy was dead at last. He had no idea that he had just destroyed his own final anchor, no idea that the boy still lived, no idea that the strange backlash had been the breaking of the last tie that held him to the world. He believed he had won. In truth, he had just sealed his own end. Even in his moment of supposed triumph, the dark wizard understood nothing of what had really happened, and that blindness was itself a part of his undoing. Small mercies turned that night too, quiet human choices that the grand legend tends to forget. When the dark wizard sent someone to confirm that the boy was dead, the person who bent over him in the dark felt the boy's heart still beating, and in that instant made a choice. Rather than betray him, she whispered a question about whether her own loved one was safe inside the castle. And when the boy breathed a faint yes, she rose and told the dark wizard a lie, declaring the boy dead. It was a small thing, a single whispered lie, born of a mother's love for her own child. But it saved the boy's life, and so it helped to save everything. The great victory turned, in part, on one frightened woman's quiet choice to lie out of love. The story is full of such moments, small and human, and easily overlooked. And there is a deeper idea hidden under all of it, an idea about what it truly means to master death. The dark wizard spent his whole life trying to conquer death through force, to escape it, to make himself its master by refusing to die. But he never mastered death at all. He only feared it more and more, and let that fear drive him to ruin. The boy, by contrast, became in a sense the true master of death, not by escaping it, but by accepting it. He walked toward his death without flinching, willing to meet it, unafraid in the end, and that acceptance was the truest mastery of all. To master death is not to escape it forever, the story seems to say, but to stop being ruled by the fear of it, to be able to meet it calmly when the time comes, to hold your life lightly and your fear lighter still. That is perhaps the gentlest wisdom in the whole story, and a good one to carry toward sleep. The one who clutched at life in terror lost everything. The one who could let go calmly, who could face the end without fear, was the one who truly rose above death, and was given his life back besides. There is deep peace in that idea, the notion that we master our fears not by fleeing them, but by meeting them gently, that we hold life most truly when we hold it with open hands. The boy held his life lightly enough to give it, and so he never lost it to fear. Let that quiet peace settle into you now, the soft wisdom of open hands, of holding lightly, of meeting the dark without dread, and let it ease you toward your rest. There is one more quiet thread worth following before the story settles, and it concerns what the boy chose to do with the strange knowledge he carried out of that bright, still place. He came back knowing something almost no one else alive could know, that he had died and returned, that the threshold was gentle, that there was peace on the other side of fear. A person could be undone by knowledge like that, or made strange and distant by it. But the boy let it make him gentler instead. He grew up to be patient with the frightened, kind to the grieving, calm in the face of the endings that frighten most people, because he had seen for himself how soft the great rest could be. His secret knowledge became a quiet source of peace that he carried into every ordinary day. That is a gentle way to hold a hard-won truth, letting it soften you rather than harden you, letting it deepen your kindness rather than set you apart. The boy had every reason to feel marked by what he had been through, separated from ordinary people by the strangeness of it. Instead, he folded it softly into an ordinary life, let it make him a little calmer and a little kinder, and otherwise let it rest. He did not need to be set apart. He only needed the quiet peace the knowledge gave him, and he carried that peace gently for the rest of his days. There is something restful in that picture, the hard truth carried lightly, the strange gift folded softly into an ordinary, gentle life. It is worth resting, too, on the simple fact that the story has a happy ending, because that is easy to forget when the story begins with a death in a dark forest. The boy lived, the darkness was beaten, the world healed, the frightened became safe, the grieving found comfort in time, The long war gave way to a long peace. The death that nobody noticed turned out to be the doorway, not to an ending, but to a new beginning, the quiet hinge on which the whole world swung from darkness back toward light. Everything frightening in the story was, in the end, in service of something gentle and good. The shadows lifted, the morning came, and the boy who walked into the forest expecting to die walked out, in time, into a long and gentle life. Hold on to that as you drift, the simple, deep comfort of a story that ends well, of darkness overcome, of peace restored, of a frightening beginning giving way to a gentle end. The worst was survived, the shadows passed, the morning came, and so it will be for you too, in the small way of this single night, the day's cares giving way to gentle rest, the dark of the night giving way in time to an easy morning, everything turning softly toward peace. Let that deep comfort hold you now, the quiet certainty that the story ends well, and let it ease you down toward your own gentle rest. Let me gather the whole quiet secret together now, softly, so that it settles into a shape you can rest against. A boy was born, marked by a prophecy, and on the night the dark wizard tried to kill him as an infant, a fragment of the dark wizard's own torn soul broke loose and lodged inside the child, unnoticed by anyone. For almost 17 years the boy carried that hidden splinter, marked by a scar that ached, troubled by dreams that were not his own, tied by a thin thread to the darkest soul alive, and never knowing the true reason why. An old wise headmaster slowly understood the secret and carried its terrible weight in silence, arranging things so the boy would learn the truth only at the very end, when the time had truly come. And when the time came, the boy learned what he was and what he had to do, and he did it. He walked alone into a dark forest, surrounded by the soft shades of those he had loved, and he stood still and unguarded before the wizard who had hunted him, and he let himself be struck down. The killing curse destroyed not the boy's true self, but the hidden fragment of dark soul he carried, burning it away at last, undoing the dark wizard's final anchor to life, without the dark wizard ever realizing what he had done. The boy found himself in a bright, still place, was offered rest, and chose instead to return, coming back to his body to see the long battle through to its end. That was the death that nobody noticed, the quiet, decisive moment hidden inside the great loud legend, not the famous final duel, but the silent sacrifice in the dark forest. Not a mighty spell, but a boy standing still and letting go out of love. The world remembered the louder, simpler story, and the boy let it, content to carry the deeper truth softly for the rest of his long and gentle life. A real death, a real choice, a real return, all of it taking place where almost no one could see, all of it shaped by love rather than fear, all of it gentler than anyone watching could have guessed. It is a good secret to hold as you drift towards sleep, because it is, underneath all its strangeness, a story of peace. A frightening thing turned out to be gentle. A death turned out to be a doorway. Fear was overcome by acceptance, and darkness by love, and the worst moment imaginable turned into one of the most peaceful. There is nothing left in it to trouble you, only the soft shape of a mystery, gently solved and set down. So let it settle now, the whole quiet story, finished and at rest, and let yourself begin to settle with it. But first, let me pause here a moment with you, in the quiet dark. If these calm hours in the dark are helping you unwind, a gentle tap on the like button helps other people who are lying awake tonight find this quiet place to rest. And if some thought from the story has stayed with you, or if you simply want to say hello to the others drifting off alongside you, you are welcome to leave a few words in the comments for this late-night company to find. There is no need to stir, and no need to stay awake for the rest. The hardest part of the story is behind us now, the mystery told and gently solved, and everything from here is soft. So take a slow breath, let it out slowly, and let yourself sink a little deeper into the warm dark as we drift on together towards sleep. Settle yourself now, as comfortable as you can be, Let your head grow heavy on the pillow. Let your shoulders drop and soften. Let the whole long day, and the whole strange, gentle story, begin to drift away behind you, growing fainter and softer with every breath. There is nothing left for you to do tonight. Nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to solve or carry or remember. The story is told. The secret is set down. And all that remains is the soft, slow business of letting go, of sinking down into rest, of drifting off into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you all along. As the story settles, it is worth noticing that the death nobody noticed was not the only quiet sacrifice hidden inside that long war. The whole story is full of them, these gentle, unnoticed acts of giving that held everything up from underneath. There was the boy's mother, of course, who died to save her infant son and left behind a protection deeper than any spell. There was the old headmaster, who arranged his own death as part of a plan to protect others and to spare a friend from becoming a murderer, dying on his own terms for reasons almost no one understood at the time. There was a brave double agent who spent his whole life playing a deadly game, hated and mistrusted by nearly everyone, carrying out of love a long secret mission that cost him everything and was only understood after he was gone. There were smaller ones too, just as quiet and just as real. A loyal house elf who gave his life to carry friends to safety, asking nothing in return. Ordinary witches and wizards who stood and fought and fell in the dark corridors of the castle, their names never to be sung in any grand song. Parents who hid their children, friends who shielded friends, countless small acts of courage and love, performed in the shadows by people who never expected to be remembered for them. The great visible victory rested on a vast foundation of quiet, unseen sacrifice, layer upon layer of it, most of it never fully noticed or understood. There is something both sorrowful and strangely comforting in that. The realization that the world is held together far more by quiet, unseen goodness than by loud, famous deeds. For every name that goes into the legend, there are 100 that do not. 100 quiet sacrifices and small kindnesses that made the legend possible and were themselves forgotten. The death nobody noticed was simply the deepest example of a pattern that ran through the whole story. The pattern of love, working away in the shadows, asking nothing, holding everything up. The grand story was only the visible tip of a vast hidden mountain of quiet good. It is a gentle thing to rest your mind on as you drift, the quiet web of unnoticed goodness that holds up every bright story, and indeed holds up the real world too. So much kindness goes unseen, so much courage goes unsung, and yet it all matters, all of it, every quiet, unnoticed act of love, adding its small weight to the great hidden foundation that keeps the darkness at bay. You are part of that web too, with all your own quiet, unnoticed kindnesses. Let that thought rest warm in you now, the deep worth of unseen goodness, yours and everyone's, as you sink a little further towards sleep. Perhaps you came to this story tonight with a question turning over in your mind, the question the title promised to answer, wondering exactly how and when the boy who lived truly died. It is the kind of question that can keep a curious mind awake, the small itch of a mystery not yet solved, a loose thread the mind wants to follow. That is one of the reasons it can be so hard to fall asleep sometimes, the way the mind keeps reaching for answers, turning over questions, unwilling to rest until things feel complete and understood. A restless mind is often a mind with a question still open in it. But the question is answered now. You know how it happened, and when, and why almost no one noticed. The mystery is solved, the thread followed all the way to its end, the loose ends gathered up and tied off. There is nothing left to wonder about, nothing left to chase, nothing left unresolved to keep your mind reaching. You can let the question rest now, fully answered, and let your mind rest with it. The curiosity that brought you here has been satisfied, and a satisfied mind is a mind that can finally let go and sink towards sleep. There is a particular kind of peace in a question answered, a mystery solved, a story brought to its quiet close just before sleep. And tonight, The strange, quiet question of the boy's hidden death has been brought all the way to its gentle resolution, leaving nothing unfinished to trouble you. So you can feel that satisfying sense of closure now, the comfortable feeling of a thing fully understood, and let it ease you down into rest. The story is complete. The question is answered. Your mind can let go. Let any other open questions of the day soften and close as well, now, in the wake of this one. Whatever small unsolved things are still turning over in your mind, the loose ends of your own day, you can let them go for now. Let them settle and rest, trusting that they too will keep until morning. You do not need to solve anything more tonight. You can let your mind grow as settled and complete as the finished story. Every question quieted, every thread tied off, nothing left to chase, nothing left to reach for, only the deep, soft peace of a mind at rest. Let it all close gently now and sink down towards sleep. There is one more gentle thing to carry from the boy before the story softens into the night, and it is the quiet lesson of how he let go. When his moment came, he did not cling or grasp or struggle. He understood what was being asked of him. He gathered his courage. He surrounded himself with love. And then he simply let go, walking calmly into the dark and giving himself up to what had to be. And on the other side of that letting go, he found peace. And then he found his life again. It opened the way to everything good that followed. That is a rare and gentle kind of courage. The courage not to fight but to release, not to clutch but to open the hands. We so often think of bravery as struggle, as holding on, as refusing to yield. But the boy showed a different kind, the brave, soft act of letting go when the time is right, of releasing our grip and trusting what comes. It is the kind of courage that is needed, in small ways, at the end of every day, when we have to release our hold on all the things we were carrying and allow ourselves to sink into the vulnerable openness of sleep. To fall asleep is itself a small letting go, a small act of trust, a small release of our grip on the waking world. You can practice that same gentle courage now, the soft, brave act of letting go. You can loosen your hold on the day, on all the things you were gripping and bracing against and trying to control. You can open your hands, in your mind, and let it all drift away, trusting, as the boy trusted, that letting go leads not to loss, but to peace. There is nothing you need to hold on to tonight. You can release it all, gently and bravely, and sink into the soft openness of rest, trusting that you are safe, that you are held, that letting go will carry you somewhere kind. Let that be the boy's quiet gift to you tonight, the gentle courage of release. Feel yourself loosening your grip, finger by finger, on everything you are holding, until your hands and your mind and your whole self are open and soft and unclenched, holding nothing, bracing against nothing, simply resting in the warm dark, trusting the night to keep you. The boy let go and found peace. You can let go now too, softly and bravely, and let the letting go carry you down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Let everything release now and rest. And now we come to the softest part of the night, the long, slow drift down into sleep. And there is something fitting in ending this particular story here, because falling asleep is itself a kind of gentle threshold, a soft in-between place, much like the one the boy found. Each night, as we drift off, we pass through a quiet borderland between waking and sleeping, a hazy, peaceful place where the day loosens its hold and the dreaming dark has not yet fully arrived. It is a calm and gentle in-between, that drifting threshold, and you are entering it now, softly, the same way the boy entered his bright, still place, leaving the noise and effort of the day behind, and crossing into deep, quiet rest. There is no fear in this threshold, only peace. You are simply letting go of the waking world for a while, crossing softly into sleep, held safe the whole way through. Feel yourself drifting into that gentle in-between now, the borderland between your busy day and your deep night's rest, where everything grows soft and hazy and calm. The day is behind you, the deep sleep is ahead, and you are floating gently in the soft, quiet space between them, with nothing to do and nowhere to be, only to drift, slowly and peacefully, deeper and deeper toward rest. Let the threshold be soft and bright and gentle around you, like a calm hall full of quiet light, a peaceful place outside of time, where you are safe and held and free of every burden. There is nothing required of you here. There is no task, no battle, no question, no care. There is only the soft quiet of the in-between, holding you gently as you drift across it, carrying you slowly down toward the deep, sweet sleep that waits on the far side. You can let yourself sink into it completely now, this gentle threshold, trusting it to carry you, the way the boy trusted the bright, still place that met him with such kindness. So let go of the last of the day now, and let yourself drift into the soft, peaceful in-between, sinking slowly towards sleep. Let your body grow heavy and warm. Let your breath grow slow and deep. Let your mind grow soft and quiet and still. And let the gentle threshold carry you down, softly and safely, into the deep, warm dark of rest, where you will sleep soundly and peacefully through all the quiet hours of the night. Let yourself drift now, gently, into the soft, bright quiet, and begin to let go into sleep. Picture a soft, bright mist gathering gently around you now, warm and pale and glowing, the kind of gentle light that fills a quiet morning before the sun has fully risen. It is not a cold mist or a frightening one. It is soft and warm and kind, wrapping around you like a glowing veil, dimming the edges of the world, hushing everything into a peaceful blur. Let it gather around you, that gentle, bright mist, softening every hard line, muffling every sharp sound, wrapping you in a warm, pale glow, where nothing is clear and nothing is urgent and everything is soft. You are held in the gentle light now, safe and warm, drifting in a soft, bright hush that carries you slowly towards sleep. Let the mist grow softer and deeper around you, until the whole world has faded into its gentle glow, and there is nothing left to see or hold or think about, only the warm, pale light and the deep, soft quiet within it. There is such peace in that kind of soft, bright haze, the way it blurs everything into calm, the way it asks nothing and holds everything gently. Let your thoughts blur into it too, growing soft and indistinct, fading into the gentle mist until your mind is as soft and pale and quiet as the light around you. There is nothing to hold onto in the mist, and nothing you need to hold. Let yourself drift in it, soft and weightless and warm, carried slowly toward the deep rest waiting within. Now feel yourself sinking down into the softest, deepest bed imaginable, a deep nest of warm feathers and soft quilts that gives way gently beneath you and folds up warm around you, cradling every part of you in softness. Feel how your body sinks slowly into it, held and supported, and cushioned on every side, the soft warmth rising up around you like a gentle tide, sealing in your heat, holding you close. There is nothing as comforting as sinking into a deep, soft bed at the end of a long day, the body finally able to let go completely, held by softness, wrapped in warmth. Let yourself sink into it now, deeper and softer, your whole body cradled and warm, sinking slowly down into the gentle depths of rest. Let the softness rise up around you and hold you completely, warm and deep and gentle, until you can barely feel where your body ends and the soft warmth begins. You are cradled, you are held, you are sinking slowly down into the deepest softness, warm and safe, and completely at ease, with nothing left to do but let the soft bed hold you and the warm dark gather you in. Let yourself sink the rest of the way down now, into the deep soft warmth, into the gentle cradle of rest, drifting slowly toward the deep sweet sleep that is rising up to meet you. If your mind would like something to drift upon, picture yourself lying back on a slow, soft cloud, high in a calm night sky, carried gently along on the warm night air. The cloud is soft beneath you, soft as the deepest pillow, holding you up without the slightest effort on your part, and it drifts slowly through the quiet sky, going nowhere in particular, simply floating, carrying you along through the warm dark. There is no edge to fall from, and no fear in the height, only the soft cloud beneath you, and the gentle drift, and the deep calm of the quiet sky all around. Let yourself float there now, weightless and easy, carried slowly along on the soft, drifting cloud, sinking deeper into rest with every gentle moment. Feel how completely you are held by the soft cloud, how little you have to do but rest upon it and let it carry you. There is nowhere you need to steer, and nothing you need to hold. The cloud knows the way. It drifts slowly through the warm, dark sky, soft and patient and sure, carrying you gently towards sleep while you simply lie back and let go. Let the slow drift soothe you, the gentle floating, the soft cushion of cloud beneath you, and the wide, calm quiet of the night sky all around. Let it carry you down, slowly and softly, into the deep, warm peace of rest. Or rest, if you like, in a quiet, warm room at the very end of a long day, with a single low lamp glowing soft and golden in the corner. The room is still and warm and snug, the soft lamplight casting a gentle glow across everything, the dark gathered cozy and close beyond the little circle of warm light. Everything that needed doing is done. Every task is finished. There is nothing left now but to sit in the warm, quiet room as the lamp burns low, and let the day settle, and let yourself grow drowsy in the gentle golden glow. Picture that warm, still room around you now, safe and snug and quiet. The soft lamplight holding back the dark, nothing left to do but rest. Let the lamp burn lower and softer, the warm golden glow dimming gently, the room growing dimmer and cozier and more peaceful as the light sinks towards sleep. There is such deep comfort in a warm, quiet room at the end of everything, the day's work done, the dark held gently at bay, the soft light fading slowly toward rest. Let yourself grow drowsy in it, warm and safe and content, the lamp dimming, the room hushing, your eyes growing heavy in the soft golden glow. Let the gentle light fade all the way down now, into a warm, soft dark, and let yourself sink with it, down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Let yourself feel, for a moment, as safe and cared for as a child being carried gently up to bed at the end of a long day. Remember, or imagine, that deep, drowsy comfort of being small and tired and carried in strong, gentle arms, your head resting on a warm shoulder, the world swaying softly with each step, knowing that someone kind is carrying you safely to your rest, and that you do not have to do a single thing, but let yourself be carried. There is such deep peace in that old feeling, the complete trust of being held and carried while half asleep, the soft surrender of letting someone else keep you safe. Let yourself sink into that feeling now, carried gently towards sleep, safe in kind arms, with nothing to do but drift. Let the gentle swaying carry you down, the soft rhythm of being borne along toward your rest. Each slow sway, rocking you a little deeper into drowsiness, a little closer to sleep. You are safe, you are held, you are being carried gently toward the warm, soft bed of sleep, and you can let yourself go completely, limp and drowsy and trusting, the way a tired child goes soft in the arms that carry it. There is nothing to hold on to, and no need to stay awake. Let yourself be carried the rest of the way down, swaying gently, into the deep, warm peace of rest. Or feel yourself resting in a soft hammock, swaying slowly in a warm, gentle breeze, suspended in the soft dark, and rocked tenderly back and forth. The hammock cradles you, soft and snug, curving warm around you, holding you suspended and weightless, while the gentle breeze rocks you slowly, slowly, back and forth, back and forth. There is something in that slow, gentle sway that the body knows and loves, an old, deep, soothing rhythm that loosens every muscle and quiets every thought and rocks you softly down toward sleep. Let the hammock cradle you now, swaying gently in the warm dark, rocking you slowly and tenderly toward rest. Let each slow sway carry you deeper, the gentle rocking soothing you, softening you, loosening the last of the day's tightness and carrying it away. Back and forth, soft and slow. The warm breeze rocking the hammock cradling you, the whole gentle motion lulling you down toward the deep, sweet peace of sleep. There is nothing to do but rest in the soft sway, weightless and cradled and warm, rocked gently back and forth in the quiet dark. Let it rock you all the way down now, slow and soft and tender, into the deep, warm rest that is waiting to hold you through the night. Let your whole body grow heavy now, soft and warm, and wonderfully heavy, sinking down into the bed. Begin at your feet, and feel them grow heavy and warm, releasing, sinking. Let that heavy warmth spread slowly up through your legs, loosening every muscle, your legs growing soft and heavy and still. Let it rise through your hips and your back, your whole lower body sinking deeper into the soft bed, heavy and warm and at ease. Let it spread up through your chest and your shoulders dropping, softening, releasing the last of the day. Let it flow down your arms to your fingertips, your hands growing soft and heavy and still. And let it rise gently into your neck and your face, your jaw loosening, your brow smoothing, your whole face going soft and peaceful and calm. Feel the lovely heaviness now filling your whole body, from your heavy warm feet to the crown of your head, every part of you soft and still, and sinking gently down into the bed. There is nothing left to hold up, nothing to tense, nothing to brace. The bed is holding all of you, every ounce, and you can let go into it completely, heavier and softer with every breath, your whole body sinking slowly down into deep, warm rest. Let the heaviness carry you, that deep, drowsy weight of a body ready for sleep, pulling you gently down into the soft, warm dark. Now let your breathing carry you the rest of the way, slow and soft and easy. There is no need to change it or shape it. Just let each breath come a little slower than the last, a little softer, a little deeper. Breathe in gently and feel a soft calm spread through you. Breathe out slowly and feel yourself sink a little deeper into the warm bed. With every breath out, let go of a little more of the day, a little more of the story, a little more of any last small holding anywhere in your body. Let your breath become a slow, soft rhythm to rest upon, rising and falling, carrying you gently down toward sleep. Let your breath be your anchor now, slow and steady and faithful, the way it has been all your life, keeping you safe and alive through every day and every night, with no effort from you at all. Rest upon it. Lean into it. Let each slow, gentle breath rock you a little deeper into the warm dark, a little further from waking, a little closer to the deep, sweet sleep that is rising up to take you. There is nothing to do but breathe, soft and slow, and let each breath carry you down, until even the breathing fades softly into the background, and there is only the deep, quiet peace of sleep. As you drift, you might picture the boy himself, grown old now, many years after that night in the forest, lying down to sleep in his own quiet bed at the end of an ordinary peaceful day. The war is long behind him. The darkness is long gone. He has had his long life full of love and small joys. And now, an old man, he settles into his bed at the close of a gentle day, warm and safe and at peace, with nothing left to fear. The boy who once walked calmly to his death and stood at the bright threshold now drifts off to sleep each night, without any dread at all, knowing how gentle the great rest will be when it finally comes. There is something gently soothing in that picture, the hero of the story at the end of it all, simply resting, simply sleeping, an ordinary peaceful old man, drifting off in a quiet room. All the danger is over, all the battles are won. There is nothing left for him to do but rest, and he rests easily, fully, without fear. Let his peace become your peace now. Let yourself settle the way he settles, into a warm, safe bed at the end of a long day, with nothing left to fear and nothing left to do, drifting off easily into the deep, sweet rest you have earned. You are as safe as he is now, as warm, as free to let go completely into sleep. And let yourself find the deep, still place at the very center of you, beneath all the thoughts, beneath all the small movements of the mind, where there is only calm. There is a quiet, still center in you, always there, untouched by the busyness of the day, a deep, calm place where everything is peaceful and nothing is troubled. Let yourself sink down toward it now, down beneath the surface of your thoughts, into the deep, still calm at your core. Everything on the surface can grow quiet and far away. There is only the deep stillness now, the calm, quiet center, holding you steady and peaceful in the warm dark. Rest there now, in the deep, still calm at the heart of you, where there is nothing to do, and nothing to fear, and nothing to be but quiet and at peace. Let the stillness fill you, spreading out from your center, through your whole body and mind, until every part of you is as calm and quiet and still as that deep, peaceful core. There is such rest in that deep stillness, such peace in the calm center of yourself. Let it hold you now, and let it carry you down, deeper and deeper, into the still, quiet depths of sleep, where you will rest soft and undisturbed all through the night. Picture the old castle school now, in the years after the war, settled into peace again on a quiet night. The broken walls have long since been rebuilt, the rubble cleared, the scars of the battle healed over. The great stone halls stand warm and whole once more, and at this late hour, they are hushed and still, the students all asleep in their beds, the corridors quiet, the torches burned low. The castle that saw such terror has become, once again, simply a warm, safe place where the young sleep soundly through the night. Imagine its deep, peaceful quiet now, the ancient stones holding the darkness gently at bay, the whole great building hushed and resting, watching over its sleeping children through the calm night. Let that deep castle quiet become your own. Let yourself rest the way the whole sleeping school rests, safe behind ancient walls, held in a deep, peaceful hush, the darkness kept gently outside while you sleep soundly within. There is such comfort in an old, strong place at rest, the sense of being held safe by something solid and enduring and kind. Let yourself be held that way now, safe in your own warm room, behind your own walls, in the deep, peaceful quiet of the night, resting as soundly as the sleeping castle, watched over by the gentle dark. And let the long night turn slowly around you now, toward a gentle morning that is still many soft hours away. There is no hurry in the night, and no hurry in you. Hour by quiet hour, the dark will deepen and hold, and then, far off, begin its slow, soft turn back toward the light. And through all of it, you will rest, safe and warm, carried gently through the deep middle of the night toward an easy dawn. You do not need to wait for the morning or watch for it. It will come on its own, gentle and sure, in its own good time. Until then, there is only rest, hour upon hour of deep, soft rest, the whole long, peaceful night laid out before you to sleep your way across. Let the slow turning of the night carry you, unhurried and gentle, through all its quiet hours. There is so much night ahead of you, so much time to rest, hours and hours of deep, soft sleep waiting to hold you. You can sink as deep as you like and stay as long as you like in the warm dark, with nowhere to be and nothing to wake for, only the long, peaceful night and the deep rest it holds. Let the night turn slowly around you, holding you safe, carrying you gently toward the distant morning, while you sink down into the deepest and most peaceful sleep. Let the long, quiet night hold you now, and rest. Whatever you have been carrying through this long day, you can set it down now, for the night. The boy carried the heaviest secret imaginable, and even he, in the end, was able to set his burden down and rest. So can you. All the small weights of your day, the worries and the tasks and the things left undone, you do not have to carry them through the night. You can lay them down at the edge of sleep, gently, knowing they will wait for you, knowing the night does not require you to hold any of them. Set them down now, one by one, and feel how much lighter you become with each one released, how much softer, how much more free to sink into rest. Feel the lovely lightness that comes as you set the day's weight down, the way your body loosens and your mind eases when there is nothing left to carry. You are not responsible for anything right now. You do not have to fix or solve or hold or manage a single thing. For these quiet hours, you are wonderfully free, unburdened, light, with nothing to carry and nothing to do but rest. Let that freedom fill you now, the deep relief of a weight set down, and let it carry you softly towards sleep, lighter and freer with every breath. Feel too that you are watched over tonight, held safe by the gentle dark the way the sleeping children of the castle are held safe behind its ancient walls. You do not have to keep watch. You do not have to stay alert or guard against anything. Something gentle is keeping the night for you, holding the darkness softly at bay so that you can let go completely and rest. Imagine a warm, steady presence nearby, kind and watchful, keeping you safe while you sleep, asking nothing of you but that you rest. You are not alone in the dark, and you are not unguarded. You are watched over, held, kept safe, free to sink all the way down into sleep. And if a gentle count would help carry you the rest of the way, let your mind rest on a slow, soft counting down, each number a step deeper into sleep. 10. Sinking down, warm and heavy and safe. 9. Softer now, letting go a little more. 8. Deeper into the warm dark. 7. The day far behind you now. 6. Drifting, loosening, sinking. 5. Deeper still, calm and quiet and warm. 4. The waking world growing faint. 3. Sinking down toward the deepest rest. 2. Nearly gone, nearly asleep. 1. Deep and quiet and safe in the warm dark. There is no need to reach the bottom of the count. Let the numbers dissolve whenever they like, and let yourself simply drift, down and down, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. If your mind would like a warm place to rest, imagine yourself lying in a patch of soft afternoon sunlight, drowsy and warm, the kind of golden light that pools in a quiet room on a slow, lazy day. Feel the gentle warmth of it soaking into you, easing every muscle, warming you all the way through, the way a cat stretches out in a sunbeam and goes utterly limp with comfort. There is nothing to do in that warm golden light but soften and drowse, growing heavier and warmer and sleepier as the gentle warmth sinks into you. Let it fill you now, that soft, drowsy warmth, melting away the last of any tension, easing you down into a deep, contented rest, warm and golden and still. Let the warmth spread through you completely, from your fingertips to your toes, a soft, golden heat that loosens everything and quiets everything and carries you gently towards sleep. There is such deep comfort in being perfectly warm as you drift off, the body content, and easy and held in gentle heat. Let yourself grow drowsy in it, warm and soft and heavy, the golden warmth carrying you slowly down into the deep, sweet peace of rest. Let it hold you now, warm and gentle, as you sink towards sleep. Or let yourself float in warm, calm water, held safe and weightless, drifting on a still, gentle pool that bears you up without the slightest effort. The water is warm and soft around you, holding you up, cradling you, so that you can let every muscle go completely loose and simply float, weightless and easy, rocked by the gentlest of currents. There is no effort in floating, no need to hold yourself up or stay afloat. The warm water holds you. You only have to let go and let it carry you, drifting weightless and warm and safe, deeper and deeper into rest. Let the warm water hold you now, and let yourself float, soft and easy, towards sleep. Feel how completely the warm water holds you, how little you have to do but rest upon it, and let it bear you along. You are weightless, held, safe, drifting gently on the warm, still water, with nothing to do and nowhere to be. Let it carry you, soft and slow, rocking you gently toward the deep, warm peace of sleep. There is only the warm water and the gentle drift and the deep, calm quiet all around, holding you, carrying you down. Let yourself float all the way down now, weightless and warm and safe, into the deep, sweet rest that is waiting to hold you through the night. Feel that you are not alone in the quiet dark tonight. There is a soft sense of gentle company all around you, the quiet, companionable presence of a safe and peaceful world settling into rest along with you. Somewhere nearby, in your imagination, you might feel a warm and kindly presence, keeping you company as you drift, asking nothing of you, simply there, a soft reassurance in the dark. You are watched over, you are kept, you are held in a gentle company that wants nothing but your rest. There is deep comfort in that quiet sense of not being alone, the soft knowledge that something kind is near, keeping the dark gentle while you sleep. Let it soothe you now, and let yourself drift, safe in gentle company, toward rest. Let time itself begin to slow around you now, like a distant clock winding gently down. The fast, urgent ticking of the day is fading, the seconds stretching longer and softer, the whole rushing pace of waking life slowing to a deep, gentle drift. There is no hurry left anywhere. Time is growing slow and soft and wide, each moment stretching out gently, until the minutes lose their edges and blur softly together, and time seems almost to stand still in the deep quiet of the night. Let yourself slow with it, your thoughts slowing, your breath slowing, your whole self winding gently down towards stillness, until you are drifting in a deep, slow, timeless quiet where there is nothing but rest. And feel how completely safe you are in your own quiet room tonight, behind your own walls, wrapped in your own warm covers. Nothing can reach you here. The dark is gentle and kind, the night is peaceful and still, and you are held safe within it, far from anything that could ever trouble you. All the frightening things of every story stay in their stories, sealed safely away on the page, and you are here, in the warm, safe, real world, in your own bed, with nothing near you but warmth and quiet and peace. Let that deep safety hold you now, the simple, complete safety of a sheltered sleeping place, and let yourself sink into it fully, safe and warm and held. There is nothing to guard against tonight, nothing to fear, nothing coming, nothing near. You can let go of every last bit of watchfulness now, completely, and rest in the deep safety of your own quiet room, knowing that you are held and kept and safe all through the night. Let the last of your guard fall away. Let yourself sink all the way down into the warm, safe dark, trusting it completely, held gently by the peaceful night. There is only safety here, and warmth, and the deep, sweet peace of sleep, gathering you in. Let it take you now, all the way down, into deep and peaceful rest. Let yourself feel wrapped and bundled now, warm from head to toe, the way you feel when you are tucked deep under soft, warm covers on a cold night, with nothing but your face in the cool air, and all the rest of you snug and warm. Feel the soft weight of the covers over you, the gentle warmth held close around your body, the cozy sense of being wrapped up and tucked in, and perfectly warm. There is such deep animal comfort in that, the warmth and the weight and the snugness, the body recognizing it as safe and settling gladly into rest. Let yourself sink into that cozy warmth now, bundled and snug and held, drifting down towards sleep in the soft, warm dark. Feel the gentle weight of the covers settling you, grounding you, holding you softly against the bed, a light and comforting pressure that tells your whole body it is safe to let go. Let that soft weight soothe you, that snug, bundled warmth, melting away the last edges of wakefulness, easing you down and down into deep, warm rest. There is nothing to do now but be warm and snug and held, and let the cozy dark gather you in. Let yourself drift now, bundled and warm and safe, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. And come back, one last gentle time, to that bright, still place the boy found, because it makes such a peaceful image to carry down into sleep. A vast, calm hall of soft light, hushed and warm and timeless, where every burden is set down and there is nothing but peace. No fear can reach it, no trouble can enter it. There is only the soft, bright stillness, holding you gently, asking nothing, offering only rest. Let that bright, calm place open up around you now in your mind, soft and warm and infinitely peaceful, and let yourself rest in the heart of it, held in gentle light, far from every care, deep in a stillness that is only kind. Rest in that bright, peaceful stillness now, the way the boy rested before he chose to return, held in soft light, free of every burden, at perfect peace. There is nothing required of you there. There is nowhere to go, and nothing to do, and nothing to fear. Only the deep calm light, and the perfect peace within it. Let it hold you gently as you drift, the bright still place, the soft calm hall, the deep peace at the threshold of sleep, and let it carry you down, slowly and softly, into the deep sweet rest that is waiting to gather you in, and hold you safe all through the long quiet night. As you drift, you might let a soft quiet gratitude rise in you for the simple good things of this moment, the warm bed beneath you, the safe roof above you, the quiet dark around you, the slow, steady breath moving gently in and out. These small, ordinary gifts are easy to overlook, and they are the very things the boy chose to return to, the warm, small goodness of an ordinary, peaceful life. Let yourself feel thankful for them now, softly, without effort, a gentle warmth of gratitude for the simple comforts holding you in this quiet moment. There is deep peace in that soft thankfulness, a settling of the heart, a quiet contentment that eases you towards sleep. Let the gentle gratitude spread through you, warm and soft, for your safe, quiet room, for the rest that is coming, for the long, peaceful night ahead, for the simple fact of being warm and held and safe in this moment. A grateful heart is a peaceful heart, and a peaceful heart drifts easily into sleep. Let yourself rest in that soft, quiet thankfulness now, content with the simple good of this moment, and let it carry you gently down into the warm dark, toward the deep, sweet rest that is waiting for you. And remember, as you drift, that everything in the story we followed tonight is only story, only ink and imagination, sealed safely away on the page. The dark forest, the green light, the dark wizard, all of it stays in the book where it belongs, and none of it can ever touch the warm, safe, real world where you are resting now. You are here, in your own quiet room, in your own warm bed, in the gentle, peaceful dark, completely safe, with nothing near you but quiet and comfort and rest. The story was only a gentle thing to drift upon, a soft current to carry you towards sleep, and now even it can fade away, leaving you safe and warm and peaceful in the real and gentle dark. Let the whole story dissolve softly now, the way a dream dissolves when you wake, leaving only a faint, warm glow behind. You do not need to hold any of it. Let the forest fade. Let the bright, still place fade. Let every image soften and blur and drift away, until there is nothing left in your mind but soft, quiet warmth and the deep peace of the present moment. You are safe. You are warm. You are held in the gentle dark, with nothing to fear and nothing to do but rest. Let it all fade gently away now, and let yourself sink, soft and safe, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Let yourself sink now, through soft, warm layers of rest, down and down, deeper with every slow breath. Each breath out carries you a little lower, a little further from the surface of waking, a little deeper into the warm, quiet dark. There is no bottom to reach and no hurry to get there. There is only the slow, soft sinking, layer by gentle layer, deeper into rest, deeper into peace, deeper into the warm dark that holds you. Let yourself sink, soft and slow and easy, down through the gentle layers toward the deepest, sweetest sleep. Feel how good it is to let go completely, to stop holding anything at all, to let your whole self grow soft and heavy and still. There is nothing to keep hold of now, nothing to manage, nothing to watch. You can release it all, every last small grip, and simply rest, soft and loose and easy, in the warm dark. The day is gone. The story is told. There is nothing left but rest, deep and warm and sweet, gathering you in. Let yourself let go of everything now, and sink into it, soft and complete. Let your thoughts grow slow and soft and few, drifting apart like clouds thinning in a calm sky. You do not need to follow any of them. Let each one drift by and dissolve, unhurried, until the spaces between your thoughts grow wide and quiet, and there is more stillness than thought, more quiet than words. The mind is settling now, growing calm and clear and empty, like still water with nothing to disturb it. Let your thoughts thin and fade and drift away, and let the quiet grow until there is only soft stillness, only peace, only the gentle dark holding you as you sink towards sleep. Feel the deep heaviness in your body now, the lovely drowsy weight of a body ready for sleep, every limb soft and heavy and still, sinking gently into the bed. There is nothing left to hold up. The bed holds all of you. You can let every last muscle go, soft and loose and heavy, and let yourself sink completely into the warmth and the softness, held and supported on every side. Let the heaviness carry you down, that deep, sweet drowsiness, pulling you gently under, into the warm dark, toward the deep rest waiting to receive you. There is so much night ahead of you still, so many quiet hours of deep, soft rest laid out before you. You do not have to wake for a long, long time. You can sink as deep as you like and stay as long as you like in the warm dark, with nowhere to be and nothing to do but rest. The long, peaceful night stretches out gently all around you, hour upon hour of deep, sweet sleep, and you can let yourself drift through all of it, safe and warm and held. Let the long night hold you now, and let yourself sink all the way down into the deepest rest. Let everything grow still and quiet and soft. Your body, still and heavy and warm. Your breath, slow and gentle and deep. Your mind, calm and quiet and clear. The whole world hushed and peaceful around you. The gentle dark holding you safe. The long night stretching out in deep, soft quiet. There is nothing left now but rest, deep and warm and sweet, and you are sinking gently down into the very heart of it. Let yourself go all the way now, soft and safe and easy, down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Imagine, if you like, a small boat on a still, dark lake at night, and you lying safe in the bottom of it, rocked ever so gently by the soft, slow water. The boat drifts without effort across the calm, dark surface, going nowhere in particular, rocking you tenderly with each small movement of the water beneath. Above you, the night is soft and quiet. Around you, the water laps gently against the wood, a slow, soothing sound. And you lie safe in the gentle rocking, warm and held, drifting slowly across the calm, dark water towards sleep. There is nothing to steer and nothing to fear. The boat holds you, the water rocks you. Let yourself drift now, safe and gently rocked, toward the deep, warm peace of rest. Each small rock of the boat carries you a little deeper, the gentle motion loosening you, soothing you, rocking you slowly down towards sleep the way a cradle rocks a child. There is something the body knows in that slow, gentle rocking, an old, deep peace, a letting go. Let it carry you now, the soft, slow rocking on the calm, dark water, deeper and deeper into rest, until you are drifting somewhere between the gentle water and the soft, dark sky, weightless and safe and almost asleep. If your mind would like something simple to rest on, follow the slow count of your own breath for a little while, gently, with no effort. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Let each breath be slow and soft and full, the in-breath bringing a quiet calm, the out-breath letting you sink a little deeper. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. There is nothing to do but follow the slow, gentle rhythm, in, and whenever the counting wants to fade, let it fade, and let yourself simply breathe, slow and soft, drifting down into the warm dark. Let your body soften once more, completely, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. Soften your brow, your eyes, your jaw. Let your neck and your shoulders go soft, letting them drop and melt. Soften your arms, your hands, your chest, your belly, rising and falling slow and gentle with each breath. Feel your hips, your legs, and your feet soften. every part of you growing loose and heavy and warm. Let your whole body be soft now, soft and heavy and still, sinking gently into the bed, held and warm, and completely at ease, with nothing left to hold and nothing left to do but rest. The dark around you is gentle and kind and safe. It holds you softly, asks nothing of you, keeps you warm and sheltered through the long, quiet night. There is nothing in it to fear, nothing coming, nothing near, only the soft, warm dark and the deep peace it holds. Let yourself trust it completely now, the gentle dark, the safe, quiet night, and let it gather you in. You are held, you are safe, you are warm, and you are sinking, slowly and softly, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep, where you will rest soundly and easily all through the night. Picture an old safe house settling around you for the night, the kind of warm, familiar place where you have always felt at ease. The day is long over, the doors are shut against the dark, and the old house settles slowly into its nighttime quiet, the small, comfortable creaks and sighs of a building at rest, the warmth of the day still held gently in its walls. There is deep comfort in the sound of a safe house settling at night, the sense of being held inside something solid and warm and familiar, sheltered from the dark, kept safe until morning. Let that comfort hold you now, the warm, familiar quiet of a safe place at rest, and let yourself settle with it into the deep peace of the night. Outside, beyond the walls, the night is cool and soft and still, the air sweet and quiet, the world gone gently to sleep. But you are warm inside, tucked deep in your safe place, with the cool, quiet night held gently at bay. There is something lovely in that, the soft, cool dark outside, and the warm, safe quiet within, you wrapped in warmth, while the gentle night keeps its peaceful watch beyond the walls. Let yourself feel that snug contrast now, warm and safe and sheltered, the peaceful night cool and quiet outside, you held warm within, drifting gently towards sleep. Feel a soft warmth resting over you now, like a gentle, steady hand laid kindly upon you, a wordless comfort that asks nothing and simply reassures. You are cared for, you are kept. Something gentle is watching over your rest, the way the double-agent teacher watched in secret over the boy, the way a parent watches over a sleeping child, asking nothing, wanting nothing, only that you are safe and warm and at peace. Let that quiet sense of being cared for settle into you now, soft and warm and reassuring, and let it ease you down towards sleep, knowing you are held, knowing you are safe, knowing you are watched over with kindness through the night. There is nothing left for you to do now, nothing at all. Every task of the day is finished or set aside. Every worry can wait until morning. There is nowhere you need to be, and nothing you need to think about, and no one who needs anything from you in this quiet hour. You are completely free, for these long, peaceful hours, to do nothing but rest. Let that deep freedom fill you now, the rare, sweet freedom of having nothing to do but sleep, and let it loosen the last of your holding, easing you down into the warm dark, soft and free, and at peace. Let the quiet deepen around you now, soft and complete. The house is still, the night is still, your body is still and heavy and warm, your breath is slow and gentle and deep, your mind is calm and quiet and soft. Everything has settled into a deep, peaceful stillness, and you are resting in the very heart of it, held and warm and safe. There is only the deep quiet now, and the warm dark, and the slow, soft rhythm of your breathing, carrying you gently down towards sleep. Let the deep quiet hold you, and let yourself sink into it, soft and complete. And let yourself drift now, wherever the soft current of sleep would carry you, with no resistance, and no effort, and no fear. You do not need to find your way. The drift knows the way. Let it carry you, slow and gentle, deeper into the warm dark, further from waking, closer and closer to the deep, sweet sleep that is rising up to gather you in. There is nothing to do but let go and drift, soft and easy, into the deep, warm peace. Let yourself go now, all the way, into the gentle dark, into the deep rest, into sleep. Somewhere in the soft dark, you might picture a wide, quiet field at night, scattered with the gentle drifting lights of fireflies, rising and falling slow and silent in the warm air. Each small light glows softly, drifts a little, fades, and another rises somewhere else. A slow, gentle dance of soft lights in the dark, peaceful and unhurried and quiet. There is nothing to do but watch them drift, the soft rising and falling lights, the slow, gentle motion soothing your eyes and your mind, carrying you deeper into calm. Watch the soft lights drift and fade in the warm, dark field, and let your own thoughts drift and fade with them, slow and gentle, until your mind is as quiet and soft as the peaceful night around you. The soft lights rise and fall, slower and slower, dimmer and dimmer, and you grow drowsier and softer as you watch, sinking gently towards sleep. One by one, the small lights fade and settle, the field growing quieter and darker and more peaceful, until there is only the warm, soft dark and the deep quiet within it. And you are drifting there, in the warm, dark field, soft and heavy, and almost asleep, carried gently down by the slow fading of the lights, into the deep, sweet peace of rest. Now imagine sinking slowly beneath the surface of a warm, calm sea, down into the deep, quiet water, where everything is soft and still and dim. The light fades gently above you as you sink, the sounds of the surface growing faint and far away, the warm water holding you close on every side as you drift slowly down into the deep, peaceful dark. There is no need to breathe or struggle or hold yourself up. The warm sea holds you completely, carrying you down through soft, dim water toward the deep, still calm below. Let yourself sink into it now, down through the warm, quiet water, into the deep, soft peace of the deep, where everything is still and dim and gentle. Down in the deep, quiet water, far below the busy surface, there is only stillness and soft, dim peace. The cares of the day are far above you now, faint and distant, unable to reach you in the deep calm where you are drifting. There is only the warm water holding you, and the soft, dim quiet, and the slow, gentle drift downward into deeper and deeper peace. Sink as deep as you like into that warm, still quiet, and rest there, held and weightless and calm, far below the reach of any care, deep in the soft, peaceful dark. Let every sound grow soft and faint and far away now. The small sounds of the night, the soft sounds of your own breathing, all of it growing gentler and more distant, fading slowly into a soft hush. There is less and less to hear, until the quiet itself becomes a kind of soft cushion holding you, a deep, gentle silence that wraps around you and carries you towards sleep. Let the sounds fade, let the silence grow soft and deep, and let yourself sink into the gentle hush, deeper and deeper, toward the quiet heart of sleep. Let the world grow soft and blurred and distant, the way it does in the last drowsy moments before sleep, when everything goes gentle and vague and far away. The edges of things are softening now, blurring into the warm dark, growing dim and distant and unimportant. You do not need to hold on to anything clearly anymore. Let it all go soft and blurred. Let the whole world dissolve gently into the warm dark, until there is nothing sharp or clear or pressing left, only soft, warm blur and deep, gentle peace, carrying you down towards sleep. Remember the golden thread of love that ran softly through the whole story, the thing that proved stronger than all the darkness, and feel something like it running softly through you too, a soft, warm thread of care and tenderness holding you safe in the dark. You are loved, you are held, you are part of the same quiet web of care that holds up every gentle story and every gentle life. Let that soft, warm thread hold you now, the quiet, steady love that asks nothing and simply keeps you, and let it carry you gently down into the warm, peaceful dark. Everything is soft now, and warm, and still. Your body is heavy and at ease, sinking gently into the bed. Your breath is slow and deep and quiet. Your mind is calm and soft and nearly empty, drifting towards sleep. The night is deep and gentle around you, holding you safe, and there are long, peaceful hours of rest still ahead. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to think, nothing left to be, but soft and warm, and at peace in the gentle dark. Let yourself drift the rest of the way now, soft and easy, down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Let yourself feel as safe as a small child tucked into bed at night, half asleep, while the soft murmur of gentle voices drifts up from somewhere downstairs. Remember that deep childhood comfort, lying warm in bed in the dark, hearing the low, soft sounds of the people who keep you safe, moving softly through the house below, their gentle murmur, a soothing reassurance that all is well, and you are watched over, and you can let go and sleep. There was no safer feeling in the whole world than that. Let yourself sink into it now, warm in your bed, safe in the dark, the gentle hum of a peaceful world somewhere nearby. Nothing to do but drift off knowing you are kept and safe and loved. That soft murmur of the night, the quiet sounds of a peaceful world settling into rest, can carry you down the way it did when you were small. There is nothing you need to do. Everything is handled. Everyone is safe. The night is calm and the house is warm, and you are tucked deep into your bed, drowsy and held, with nothing to do but let the soft sounds of the peaceful dark carry you off to sleep. Let them carry you now, gently, the way they did long ago, down into deep, warm childhood sleep. Picture a long, quiet hallway lined with soft, warm lights, and the lights going out one by one, slowly, gently, from the far end toward where you rest, each soft light dimming and fading into warm dark. As each light goes out, the quiet deepens, and you grow a little drowsier, a little softer, a little closer to sleep. One soft light, then another, dimming slowly down the long quiet hall, the warm dark gathering gently behind them. There is no hurry in it, only the slow, peaceful dimming, light after light going soft and dark, carrying you deeper into rest with each one. Watch the soft lights dim and fade, one by one, and let yourself dim and fade with them, down toward the deep, sweet dark of sleep. By the time the last soft light fades, you are deep in the warm dark, soft and heavy, and nearly asleep, with only the gentle quiet left, holding you. Let that last light fade now, gently, and let the warm dark gather you in completely, soft and deep and peaceful. There is nothing left but the warm dark and the deep quiet and the slow, soft rhythm of your breath, carrying you the last little way down into sleep. The long night turns slowly and gently around you, deep and quiet and kind, with hours and hours of soft rest still ahead. You are safe in the heart of it, warm and held, drifting deeper with every slow breath. There is so much night left to rest in, so much deep, soft sleep waiting to hold you. The whole long, peaceful dark, stretching gently out before you. You do not have to wake or stir or think for a long, long while. There is only rest now, deep and warm and sweet, hour upon quiet hour of it, holding you safe until the gentle morning. Let the long night carry you now, soft and slow, into the deepest, sweetest sleep. If any small worry is still drifting through your mind, picture yourself gently gathering it up, along with all the other little cares of the day, and packing them softly away in a small box. Close the lid without any fuss, and set the box high on a quiet shelf, where it will wait, perfectly safe, until the morning. Your worries are not gone, only set down for the night, kept safe and out of reach while you rest. You can pick them up again tomorrow, if you still need them. But for now, for these long, peaceful hours, they are packed away, and shelved and quiet, and you are free of them entirely. Feel how much lighter you are now. The cares set aside, the box closed, nothing left in your hands or your mind but soft, quiet rest. With your worries safely packed away, there is nothing left to hold your mind awake, nothing left turning and churning, nothing left to keep you from sinking into sleep. Your mind can grow as quiet and empty and peaceful as the dark room around you, soft and still, with nothing to do and nothing to chase. Let it settle now, your quiet, emptied mind, into the deep, soft peace of the night, and let that peace carry you gently down toward sleep. Imagine drifting slowly downward in a soft, gentle descent, the way a hot air balloon sinks slowly toward the warm earth at the end of a long, calm day. Down and down you drift, slow and steady and soft, the warm dusk air holding you, the gentle descent carrying you lower and lower toward a soft, warm landing. There is no fear in the slow drifting down, only peace, only the gentle, steady sinking through the warm, soft air. Let yourself drift downward now, slow and easy, sinking gently toward sleep the way the balloon sinks toward the warm earth, lower and lower, softer and softer, down into the deep, warm peace of rest. Feel your whole body growing soft and warm and heavy, melting slowly into the bed like something gently warmed through. Your limbs are heavy and loose. Your muscles have let go completely. Your whole body is soft and warm and still, sinking into the bed, melting into the warmth, holding nothing, tensing nothing, simply resting, soft and heavy and at ease. There is such deep comfort in a body fully relaxed, fully warm, fully at rest. Let yours melt the rest of the way now, soft and heavy and warm, sinking gently into the bed, into the warmth, into deep, sweet rest. Let your slow, soft breath carry you the last little way. In, gentle and slow. Out, soft and easy. Each breath quieter than the last, each one carrying you a little deeper into the warm dark. There is nothing to do but breathe, slow and soft, and let each gentle breath rock you a little closer to sleep. In, and a soft calm fills you. Out, and you sink a little deeper. Let your breath be the soft, slow rhythm that carries you down now, gentle and steady and sure, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. The dark is warm and deep and kind around you now, holding you safe, asking nothing, keeping you gently through the long, quiet night. There is nothing in it to fear, and nothing in it but peace. Let yourself trust it completely, the warm, gentle dark, and let it gather you in. You are held, you are safe, you are warm. There is only deep, soft rest now, gathering you gently down, and you can let yourself go all the way into it, soft and easy and complete. Sink the rest of the way now, into the warm dark, into the deep quiet, into sleep. Everything is quiet now. Everything is soft. Everything is at peace. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to be, nothing left to hold. There is only the warm dark and the deep quiet, and you, drifting gently at the soft edge of sleep, ready to let go the rest of the way. Let yourself drift now, soft and safe and warm, over that gentle edge and down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep, where you will rest soundly and easily all through the long, quiet night. If your thoughts are still stirring even a little, picture a glass jar of still water with a little soft glitter swirling slowly inside it. All through the busy day, the glitter has been stirred up, swirling and drifting and clouding the water, the way thoughts swirl through a busy mind. But now the stirring has stopped, and the glitter is settling, drifting slowly downward through the still water, sinking gently to the bottom and coming to rest. Watch it settle in your mind, the soft glitter drifting down through the clear, still water, slower and slower, until it all comes to rest at the bottom, and the water above is perfectly clear and calm and still. Let your thoughts settle the same way now, drifting slowly down and coming to rest, until your mind is as clear and calm and still as the settled water. There is such peace in a settled mind, clear and quiet and still, every stirred-up thought sunk gently to rest. Nothing is swirling now, nothing is clouding the calm. There is only the clear, still quiet, soft and peaceful, holding you. Let your mind rest in that clear stillness now, settled and calm and quiet, and let the deep peace of it carry you down toward sleep. Let a soft, slow music wind gently down somewhere in the back of your mind, like a music box running slowly to its end, the notes growing softer and slower and farther apart. The gentle tune winding down toward silence. Each soft note is slower than the last, quieter, gentler, the music slowing and softening as it winds down, carrying you with it towards stillness and sleep. There is no hurry in it, only the slow, sweet winding down, the soft notes spacing out and fading, until the music slows to a stop, and there is only soft quiet left. Let the gentle music wind down now, slow and soft, and let yourself wind down with it, slower and softer, toward the deep, still quiet of sleep. As the soft music fades into silence, let yourself fade gently with it, sinking deeper into the warm dark, softer and slower and quieter, drifting toward sleep. There is only the soft fading quiet now, and the warm dark, and your slow, gentle breath carrying you down. Let the last soft notes fade away, and let yourself drift on into the deep quiet that follows, soft and warm, and almost asleep. Your body is so heavy and warm now, so fully at ease, sunk soft and still into the bed, with nothing left to hold up, and nothing left to do. Your breath is slow and soft and deep. Your mind is clear and quiet and settled. The night is deep and warm and gentle around you, holding you safe, and there are long, sweet hours of rest still ahead. Everything in you has let go. Everything in you is soft and warm and at peace. There is nothing left now but to drift the rest of the way down into the deep, sweet sleep that is waiting to gather you in. So let yourself drift now, soft and slow and easy, down into the warm, gentle dark, down into the deep, quiet peace, down into the sweet, deep sleep that has been waiting for you all along. There is nothing to do but let go and sink into it, soft and complete. You are warm, you are safe, you are held, and you are sinking gently and surely into deep, peaceful rest. Let the warm dark gather you in now, all the way, and carry you softly down into sleep. Think of the soft quiet that comes when a long book is gently closed at the end of a long evening, the story finished, the cover shut, the lamp ready to be turned down. There is a particular peace in that moment. The deep satisfaction of a story carried all the way to its end, the gentle letting go as you set the book aside and ready yourself for sleep. Our story is finished now too, carried all the way to its quiet close, and you can set it gently aside, the way you would close a well-loved book, and let yourself sink into the soft peace that follows. The reading is done, the story is told. There is nothing left now but to close your eyes and rest. Let your eyelids grow heavy now, soft and warm and heavy, wanting to close. There is no need to hold them open any longer. Let them grow heavier and heavier, drooping softly, until they close on their own, gently, like a door easing shut at the end of the day. And once they are closed, let them stay closed, soft and still, while the warm dark gathers behind them, and the deep rest rises up to meet you. Your eyes are closed now, soft and heavy. The day is done. There is only the warm dark behind your eyes, and the deep sweet sleep waiting within it. Imagine yourself as light as a feather, drifting slowly down through still warm air, sinking gently, weightlessly, with no effort and no hurry, turning softly as you fall. Down and down you drift, light and soft and slow, the warm air holding you, carrying you gently toward a soft, warm landing far below. There is nothing to do but drift, weightless and easy, sinking slowly through the warm, still air toward rest. Let yourself be that light, that soft, that weightless now, drifting slowly down through the warm dark, sinking gently toward the deep, soft peace of sleep. Picture the very last light of a long, calm day, fading slowly over distant hills, the warm glow sinking gently below the horizon, the sky softening from gold to deep, soft blue, to the gentle dark of night. The day is ending, slow and peaceful, the last warm light fading gently away, the quiet dark rising softly to take its place. There is such peace in the slow fading of the day's last light, the gentle close of everything, the soft arrival of the restful dark. Let the last light fade now, slow and soft, and let the gentle dark rise around you, and let yourself sink into it, into the deep, peaceful rest that the night always brings. Everything is fading softly now, the light, the day, the story, the last of your waking thoughts, all of it growing dim and soft and distant as you sink towards sleep. There is less and less to hold, less and less to think, less and less to be aware of, only the soft fading and the warm dark and the deep quiet rising up. Let it all fade gently away now, and let yourself fade softly with it, down into the warm dark, into the deep quiet, into the sweet, deep peace of sleep. You are so close to sleep now, soft and heavy and warm, drifting at the gentle edge of it, ready to let go the rest of the way. There is nothing left to do but slip over that soft edge and sink down into the deep, sweet rest waiting just below. Let yourself go now, gently and completely, over the soft edge of waking and down into sleep, into the warm dark, into the deep quiet peace where you will rest soundly and easily all through the long gentle night. In the gentle dark you might picture soft flowers closing slowly for the night, the way many flowers fold their petals in when the light fades, drawing gently inward, closing softly into themselves to rest until the morning. There is a quiet wisdom in the way they close, unhurried and natural, folding in for the night without struggle or fear, trusting that the morning will come and they will open again. Let yourself close gently the same way now, folding softly inward, drawing in from the busy day, closing softly into rest, the way a flower closes at dusk. There is no struggle in it, only the soft, natural folding in towards sleep, trusting the night to hold you and the morning to come. Feel yourself drawing gently inward now, away from the busy world, away from the day, folding softly into your own quiet center to rest. The outer world can grow distant and dim. You are folding inward toward the soft, still place at the heart of you, closing gently for the night, settling into deep, quiet rest. Let yourself fold all the way in now, soft and unhurried, into the deep, peaceful stillness within, and rest there through the long, quiet night. Imagine a warm, gentle tide slowly going out, drawing back across soft sand into the calm, dark sea, carrying the whole long day out with it as it goes. With each slow withdrawing wave, a little more of the day is carried away, drawn gently out to sea, leaving the shore smoother and quieter and more at peace. Let the slow tide carry your day away now, wave by gentle wave, all the cares and thoughts and small leftover tensions drawn softly out and away, leaving you smooth and quiet and clean, the shore of your mind swept gentle and empty by the slow withdrawing tide. There is nothing left on the soft sand now but peace and the quiet sound of the gentle tide drawing slowly away into the calm dark. With the day drawn out to sea, there is nothing left on the quiet shore of you but soft, clean peace, smooth and still and empty, ready for rest. The slow tide has carried it all away. You are left clean and quiet and calm, the gentle waves whispering softly far off, the night settling peacefully around you. Let yourself rest on that quiet, peaceful shore now, swept clean and soft, and let the distant whisper of the tide carry you gently down towards sleep. Now feel a great soft wave of sleep, rolling slowly toward you, through the warm dark, gentle and deep, and unhurried, rising softly to gather you in. It is not a wave to fear, it is warm and soft and kind. A slow, deep swell of pure rest rolling gently in to lift you and carry you off. Let it reach you now, that great soft wave of sleep, and let it lift you gently and carry you away, out into the deep, warm sea of rest, sinking softly beneath the slow, warm swell into the deepest, sweetest sleep. There is nothing to do but let the soft wave take you, gently and completely, down into deep, peaceful rest. Let the warm wave of sleep carry you all the way out and all the way down now, into the deep, warm dark, into the deep, soft quiet, into the sweet, deep rest that has been waiting for you all along. You are warm, you are safe, you are held. There is nothing left to hold or think or do, only the soft, warm wave of sleep, carrying you gently down into deep, peaceful rest. Let it take you now, all the way, soft and complete, into the deep, sweet sleep of the long, quiet night. Everything is soft now, and warm, and wholly at peace. Your body rests heavy and still. Your breath moves slow and gentle and deep. Your mind is quiet, clear, and almost empty, drifting at the soft edge of sleep. The long night holds you safe and warm, with hours upon hours of deep rest still ahead. There is nothing left to do but drift the rest of the way down, soft and easy, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Let yourself go now, gently and completely, into the warm dark, into deep, peaceful rest. Picture a wide, calm plain, under a vast, still night sky, quiet and open, and endlessly peaceful, the air soft and cool and clean. There is so much space here, so much quiet, so much gentle room to rest. The wide, dark land stretches out calm and silent all around. The great soft sky arches overhead, and there is nothing pressing in, nothing crowding, nothing urgent, only the vast, quiet peace of the open night. Let that great, calm openness hold you now, the wide, still land, and the soft, endless sky, and feel how small and safe and held you are within it, free to rest in all that gentle, quiet space. In all that vast, still quiet, there is nowhere you need to go, and nothing you need to do, only the deep, open peace of the night, stretching gently out in every direction. Let your mind open out into that vast calm, the way the land opens under the sky, growing wide and quiet and still, all the small, crowded thoughts of the day dissolving into the great soft openness. There is so much room to rest here, so much peace, so much quiet. Let yourself rest in the vast, gentle stillness now, open and calm and free, sinking softly towards sleep. Feel the whole world settling around you into its deep nighttime rest, the way it does every night, softly and surely. All across the sleeping land, in countless quiet rooms, others are settling into rest just as you are, sinking into warm beds, letting go of their days, drifting off into sleep. You are part of that great gentle settling, that deep nightly letting go, the whole tired world easing softly into rest together. There is comfort in that, in being one small peaceful part of the world's great quiet sleep. Let yourself settle with it now, along with everything else that rests, into the deep, soft peace of the night. Let a long, slow breath move through you, and through the whole quiet world, a deep, gentle exhale of everything settling into rest. Breathe out slowly, and feel the whole day, the whole long story, the whole busy world, exhaling softly into stillness along with you. Everything is settling, everything is quieting, everything is letting go and sinking into rest. Let yourself sink with it, on that long, slow exhale, down into the deep, warm peace of the sleeping night. Your body is heavy and warm and still, resting deep in the soft bed. Your breath is slow and quiet and gentle. Your mind is calm and open and nearly empty, drifting softly towards sleep. The vast, quiet night holds you safe. The whole sleeping world rests gently around you, and there is nothing left to do but drift the rest of the way down into the deep, sweet sleep that is waiting to gather you in. Let yourself go now, soft and easy and complete, into the warm dark, into the deep quiet, into peaceful rest. There is nothing to fear, and nothing to hold, and nothing to do now but rest. The night is gentle, the world is quiet. You are safe and warm and held, drifting softly at the edge of sleep. Let yourself sink the rest of the way down now, over the soft, gentle edge, and into the deep, sweet peace of sleep, where you will rest soundly and easily, held safe and warm, all through the long, quiet night. Imagine yourself cradled gently in a great soft pair of cupped hands, warm and steady and kind, holding you safe the way you might cup a small sleeping bird in your palms. The hands are warm and gentle and sure, holding you carefully, keeping you safe, asking nothing of you but that you rest. You are held completely, supported on every side, carried softly through the night in a warm, steady hold that will not let you fall. There is such deep peace in being held like that, small and safe and cradled, with nothing to do but rest in the warm, steady hold. Let yourself be held that way now, cradled gently in warm, safe hands, and let yourself sink into the deep peace of being kept so safe. Held so gently, you can let go completely, the way a sleeping bird goes soft and trusting in cupped hands. There is nothing to hold yourself, nothing to guard against, nothing to fear. You are held, you are safe, you are carried softly through the night. Let yourself melt into that warm, safe hold now, soft and trusting and completely at ease, and let it carry you down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Picture the whole world slowly dimming now, as if a gentle hand were turning a soft dimmer down, the light easing lower and lower, the dark deepening softly and kindly all around. Lower and lower the light goes, dimmer and softer, the world sinking gently toward its deepest nighttime dark, and you sinking with it, drowsier and softer and closer to sleep. With every notch the gentle dimmer turns. Let the light ease all the way down now, soft and slow, into a deep, warm, gentle dark, and let yourself sink with it, down into the deepest, softest, sweetest rest. In the deep, dimmed quiet, everything is soft and warm and still. There is almost no light now, almost no sound, only the deep, gentle dark and the soft quiet within it, holding you. Let the last of the light ease away, and rest in the deep, warm dark, soft and safe and held, sinking gently towards sleep. This is the deepest, quietest hour of the night, when the whole world lies still and hushed and at peace, and it is the perfect hour for the deepest rest. Everything is quiet now. Everything is still. The night is at its deepest and gentlest, holding you softly in its deep, calm hush. There is nothing stirring, nothing pressing, nothing to pull you from your rest. Only the deep, still quiet of the night's gentlest hour, wrapping around you, carrying you down into the deepest, sweetest sleep. Let the deep, quiet hour hold you now, and let yourself sink all the way into it, soft and warm and completely at peace. Your body is fully at rest now, heavy and warm and still. Your breath moves slow and soft and gentle, almost without your noticing. Your mind is quiet and dim and nearly empty, drifting in the deep, soft dark at the very edge of sleep. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left to be aware of, but the warm dark and the deep quiet and the soft, slow drift towards sleep. Let yourself go the rest of the way now, gently and completely, down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep, where you will rest soundly and warmly, all through the deep, quiet night. Imagine resting in a warm, safe hollow, a small, sheltered nest of softness, tucked away from the whole wide world, lined with warmth and quiet, holding you snugly on every side. It is the kind of small, safe space a sleeping creature curls into for the night. Warm and hidden and secure, the cold and the dark and the wide world all shut gently out. You are tucked deep into your own warm, safe hollow now, snug and sheltered and held, with nothing able to reach you, nothing to disturb you, only warmth and softness and deep, quiet rest. Let the warm, safe hollow hold you now, snug and sheltered, and let yourself curl softly into the deep peace of it, drifting towards sleep. There is such deep comfort in a small, safe, sheltered place, the world shut gently out, the warmth held close around you. Curl into it now, soft and snug and safe, and let go of everything beyond the warm walls of your little hollow. There is nothing out there that needs you tonight. There is only this warm, safe, sheltered rest, holding you close, carrying you gently down towards sleep. Picture a slow, gentle river, carrying you softly along through the warm dark, you lying back and floating easily on its calm, slow current, borne along without the slightest effort. The river is soft and slow and warm, winding gently through the quiet night, carrying you along at its own easy pace toward the deep, calm sea of sleep. There is nothing to do but float and be carried, drifting slowly along on the gentle current, the warm water holding you, the soft, slow river bearing you onward toward rest. Let the gentle river carry you now, slow and soft and easy, winding through the warm dark toward the deep, sweet sleep waiting at its end. Let the slow current carry you wherever it will, around each gentle bend, through each quiet stretch, always onward, always softly, toward the deep, calm sea of rest. You do not need to steer or paddle or hold on. The river knows the way. Let it carry you, slow and gentle, deeper into the warm dark, closer and closer to sleep, until the soft, slow current finally bears you out into the deep, calm sea of sleep, and you sink softly into its deep, warm peace. Let any last sound fade now, soft and distant, like the gentle ringing of far-off bells dying slowly away into the quiet. The soft sound grows fainter and farther, thinning into the deep hush of the night, until there is only silence left, soft and complete, wrapping gently around you. In that deep, soft silence there is nothing to pull at you, nothing to stir you, only the gentle quiet holding you as you sink toward sleep. Let the last faint sound fade all the way away now, into the deep, soft hush, and let the silence carry you down into the deepest, sweetest rest. Everything is silent now, and soft, and warm, and softly at peace. Your body rests heavy and still in the warm bed. Your breath moves slow and gentle, and almost silent. Your mind is quiet and dim, and nearly gone into sleep. The deep hush of the night holds you safe and warm, and there is nothing left to do but drift the last little way down into the deep, sweet sleep that is gathering you in. Let yourself go now, soft and complete, into the warm dark, into the deep silence, into peaceful rest. Imagine being lowered slowly and gently, as if you were resting on a soft, wide swing, being let down by the kindest of hands, sinking smoothly and steadily downward through the warm dark. Down and down you go, slow and soft and even, the gentle lowering carrying you deeper with every quiet moment. No jolt and no fear, only the smooth, slow sinking toward rest. There is nothing to hold and nothing to do but rest on the soft swing and let yourself be lowered, gently and surely, down into the deep, warm peace below. Let yourself be lowered now, slow and soft and steady, down and down into the deep, sweet sleep that waits to receive you. Lower and lower you sink, deeper and deeper into the warm dark, the gentle lowering never stopping and never hurrying, carrying you steadily down toward the deepest rest. There is no bottom you need to reach and no effort you need to make. Just rest on the soft swing and let the kind, slow lowering carry you down and down into the deep, warm quiet toward sleep. Picture your mind as a calm, dark room at the end of the day, with a few soft lamps still glowing. And let those last few lamps be turned down now, one by one, gently, until the room is soft and dark and still. As each light goes out, the room grows quieter and more peaceful, the soft dark settling in, the deep rest gathering. There is nothing left in the room now that needs tending, nothing left to keep lit. Let the last soft lamp be turned gently down, and let your mind settle into its own quiet, dark, soft and still and peaceful, ready for sleep. In the soft, dark room of your settled mind, there is nothing now but quiet and peace, the lights all gently out, the deep rest gathered close. Let your mind rest there, in its own calm, dark, soft and quiet and still, and let that deep inner quiet carry you down towards sleep. Feel a soft, gentle weight settling over your whole body now, like the softest warm blanket laid tenderly over you, a light and comforting weight that presses you gently into the bed and tells every part of you that it is safe to let go. The soft weight settles over your chest, your arms, your legs, holding you gently, grounding you, soothing you. There is such deep comfort in that gentle settling weight, the body recognizing it as safe, sinking gladly into rest beneath it. Let the soft, warm weight settle over you completely now, gentle and comforting, and let it press you softly down into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. Beneath that gentle, settling warmth, your whole body lets go completely, soft and heavy and still, sinking into the bed, held and warm and utterly at ease. There is nothing left to hold up, nothing left to do, nothing left but to rest beneath the soft, warm weight and let yourself sink into deep, sweet sleep. Let yourself sink now, soft and heavy and warm, down into the deep, peaceful rest waiting to hold you through the night. Let the gentle threshold of sleep open softly before you now, that quiet borderland between waking and dreaming, much like the bright, still place the boy found, soft and peaceful and kind. You are crossing it now, slowly and easily, leaving the waking world behind and drifting into the soft country of sleep. There is no fear in the crossing, only peace, only the gentle drift across the soft threshold into deep, warm rest. Let yourself cross it now, soft and unafraid, the way the boy crossed into his bright, still place, into the deep, peaceful quiet on the other side. As you drift across that soft threshold, the boundary between you and the warm dark begins to blur and soften and disappear. You can hardly tell now where you end, and the warm, gentle dark begins. You are melting softly into the peaceful dark, dissolving gently into the deep quiet, becoming part of the soft, warm stillness all around you. Let the boundary soften and fade now, and let yourself melt gently into the warm dark, into the deep peace, into sleep. There is only soft, warm peace now, all around you and within you, holding you, carrying you, gathering you gently into sleep. The day is gone, the story is told, every care is set down, every worry shelved, every muscle softened, every thought stilled. There is nothing left anywhere but soft, warm peace and the deep, sweet rest rising up to take you. Let yourself rest fully now, in that soft, warm peace, and let it carry you the last gentle distance into sleep. You are so fully at ease now, so soft and warm and heavy, drifting in the gentle dark at the very threshold of sleep. There is nothing left to do but let go the last little bit and slip softly over into deep, peaceful rest. Let go now, gently and completely. Let yourself slip softly over the threshold and down into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you all along, warm and safe and held, all through the long, quiet night. Rest now in the deep, soft quiet of the night, with nothing required of you, nothing pulling at you, nothing left to do. You have carried the whole long day, and now you can set it fully down. You have followed the whole long story, and now you can let it fully go. There is only rest ahead, deep and warm and sweet, hour upon gentle hour of it, holding you safe until the morning. Let yourself rest in that deep quiet now, soft and warm and held, with the long, peaceful night stretching gently out before you. So much of the night still lies ahead of you, so many quiet hours of deep, soft sleep waiting to hold you. There is no need to wake, no need to stir, no need to surface for a long, long while. You can sink as deep as you like into the warm dark and stay as long as you like, drifting through the whole long, peaceful night in deep, sweet rest. Let the hours stretch gently out before you, and let yourself rest in them fully, sinking deeper and deeper into the warm, quiet dark. Your breath moves slow and soft and deep, all on its own, carrying you gently through the night. You do not need to think about it or shape it in any way. Just let it come and go, slow and soft, each gentle breath rocking you a little deeper into rest. Let your breath carry you now, faithful and quiet, through the deep, warm dark toward the morning, while you rest soft and still and at peace. The warm dark holds you safe and gentle all around, asking nothing, keeping you sheltered and snug through the long, quiet night. There is nothing in it to trouble you, nothing to fear, nothing near but warmth and quiet and peace. Let yourself trust the warm, gentle dark completely now, and let it hold you, soft and safe, as you rest. You are kept, you are sheltered, you are held warm and safe in the gentle dark, free to sleep soundly and peacefully all through the night. There is nothing left now but deep, sweet rest. Your body is soft and heavy and still. Your breath is slow and gentle and deep. Your mind is quiet and dim and peaceful, far down in the soft, warm dark. Everything in you has let go. Everything in you is at peace, and the deep, sweet sleep has gathered you gently in. Rest there now, deep in the warm, quiet dark, soft and safe and held, and let yourself sleep, soundly and peacefully, all through the long, gentle night. Let yourself drift even deeper now, down beneath thought, down beneath words, down into the deep, soft place where there is only warmth and quiet and rest. There is nothing to hold on to there, and nothing you need to hold. Just sink, soft and slow, down into the deep, warm quiet, into the deep, sweet sleep, deeper and deeper, into peaceful rest. Let yourself go all the way down now, soft and complete, into the deep, warm dark of sleep. You are doing nothing now but resting, and that is exactly right, exactly enough. There is no task left, no effort left, no thought you need to finish. Resting is the only thing being asked of you, and you are doing it perfectly, sinking softly into the warm dark, letting go a little more with every slow breath. Let yourself rest now, fully and completely, with nothing to prove and nothing to do, only the deep, sweet peace of letting go into sleep. Every part of you is soft and warm and at ease. Your face is soft, your jaw loose, your brow smooth and untroubled. Your shoulders have dropped and softened. Your arms and hands lie heavy and still. Your chest rises and falls slow and gentle. Your legs are heavy and warm, sunk deep into the bed. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes, you are soft and heavy and completely at rest, held warm and safe in the gentle dark. There is nowhere else you need to be tonight, but right here, soft and warm in your bed, drifting toward sleep. There is nothing else you need to do, but exactly what you are doing. Letting go, sinking down, resting. You are exactly where you should be, doing exactly what you should be doing, and all of it is gentle and easy and good. Let that quiet rightness settle into you now, the deep ease of being just where you belong, and let it carry you softly toward sleep. Let the warm dark gather a little closer, a little softer, holding you a little deeper as you sink toward sleep. There is only the warmth now, and the quiet, and the gentle dark, and your slow, soft breath carrying you down. Let it all hold you, soft and close and warm. You are so close to sleep now, so soft and heavy and warm, drifting at the very edge of it. There is nothing left to do but let go the last small bit and slip gently over into deep, peaceful sleep. Let yourself drift the last little way now, soft and easy and complete, down into the warm dark, into the deep quiet, into the sweet, deep rest of the long, gentle night. Soft and warm and quiet, you sink toward sleep, held safe in the gentle dark, carried softly by your slow, deep breath. There is only peace now, only rest, only the deep, warm quiet gathering you in. Let yourself go all the way now, gently and completely, into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you, and rest there, soft. As you drift in the warm dark, you might hold one last gentle thought from the story, the soft truth at the heart of it, that the thing the boy feared most turned out to be gentle, and that love proved stronger than every shadow. The death that nobody noticed was, in the end, a doorway into peace and a return to life, shaped all the way through by love freely given. There is deep comfort in carrying that thought down into sleep, the quiet reassurance that endings can be kind, that fear softens when we meet it gently, that love is the strongest and most lasting thing there is. Let that soft comfort settle into you now, warm and reassuring, and let it carry you gently toward rest. Let the gentleness of the story stay with you as you sink toward sleep, the peace of the bright, still place, the kindness at the threshold, the quiet strength of love running through it all. Let it soften any last small fear, ease any last small care, and fill the warm dark around you with quiet reassurance. You are safe, you are held, you are loved, in the quiet way that holds up every gentle life. Let that warm truth carry you down now, soft and reassured, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. There is nothing left to do now but rest, fully and sweetly, all through the long, gentle night. The story is finished, carried softly to its peaceful close. The day is finished, set gently down, and the long, quiet night stretches out before you, hour upon hour of deep, warm rest, holding you safe until the morning. Let yourself rest in it fully now, soft and warm and held, with nothing left to do but sleep. Your body is heavy and warm and perfectly still. Your breath moves slow and soft and gentle, carrying you down. Your mind is quiet and dim and peaceful, far down in the soft, warm dark. There is only deep rest now, gathering you in, holding you close, carrying you gently through the night. Let yourself sink the rest of the way into it, soft and complete, into the deep, sweet sleep of the long, quiet night. Soft and warm and safe, you drift now in the deep, gentle dark, held and kept and peaceful, sinking ever deeper towards sleep. There is nothing to fear, and nothing to hold, and nothing to do but rest. Let the warm dark gather you in completely now, and let yourself sleep, soundly and peacefully, all through the long quiet night, safe and warm and held, until the gentle morning comes. Let yourself go now, all the way, soft and easy and complete, down into the deep, sweet sleep that is waiting to hold you. There is only rest ahead, deep and warm and gentle, and you can sink into it fully, with nothing left to carry and nothing left to do. Rest now, soft and safe and warm, deep in the gentle dark, and let the long, peaceful night hold you until morning. If you are still drifting here with me near the end, and these long, quiet hours helped carry you towards sleep, you might subscribe before you go, so the next long story finds its way to you on the next restless night. There will always be another one waiting here, another slow, gentle story to drift off to whenever you need it. Another long, calm night of rest. There is no need to do anything now, though. You can let that wait until morning. For now, there is only sleep, and the warm dark, and the deep, soft rest still holding you. So let yourself sink back down again, soft and easy, and let go of even this small thought, drifting on into the deep quiet of the night. Let the warm dark gather you back in now, soft and gentle, and let yourself sink once more towards sleep. There is nothing left to listen for, nothing left to do, nothing left to hold. The story is told, the night is deep, and you are held safe and warm in the gentle dark, free to drift off completely into the deep, sweet rest that is waiting for you. Let yourself go now, all the way, back down into the warm quiet, back down into sleep. Sink softly into the deep, warm dark, soft and heavy, and at peace, your body still, your breath slow, your mind quiet and dim, and nearly gone into sleep. There is only the warm dark now, and the deep quiet, and the gentle peace holding you, carrying you down. Let it carry you the rest of the way, soft and complete, into the deep, sweet sleep of the long, quiet night. Let every last thought grow soft and dim and far away now, drifting off into the warm dark, leaving your mind quiet and empty and at peace. There is nothing left to think, nothing left to hold, nothing left to be aware of but the soft warmth and the deep quiet and the gentle drift towards sleep. Let the last of your thoughts fade gently away, and let yourself sink into the soft quiet that remains, down toward the deep, sweet rest of the night. Your whole body is soft and warm and wholly still, sunk into the bed, held and at ease. Nothing left to hold up, nothing left to do. Your breath moves slow and gentle, almost without your noticing, carrying you deeper with each soft rise and fall. You are sinking gently, steadily, into the deep, warm dark, closer and closer to sleep, softer and softer, quieter and quieter. Let yourself sink the rest of the way now, soft and warm and complete, into the deep, sweet peace of sleep. There is nothing now but rest, deep, warm, gentle rest, holding you softly through the long, quiet night. The day is gone. The story is done. Every care is set down, and you are drifting in the deep, warm dark, soft and safe and held, sinking into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you all along. Let it take you now, gently and completely, all the way down into peaceful rest. Drift now in the deepest, softest quiet, far down in the warm dark, where there is nothing but peace. The whole world has gone still and gentle around you, the night deep and kind, the dark soft and warm, and you are held safe in the heart of it, sinking ever deeper towards sleep. There is no edge to it, and no end to it, only the deep warm quiet, stretching gently out in every direction, holding you, carrying you down. Let yourself rest in it now, soft and warm and held, and let it carry you deeper still, toward the deep sweet sleep of the long quiet night. Let go of any last small holding anywhere in your body now, any last little place that is still tense or tight, and let it soften and release into the warm dark. Let your hands soften, let your jaw soften, let your shoulders and your back and your legs soften and release. Every last bit of holding melting gently away until your whole body is soft and loose and heavy, sunk deep into the bed, held warm and safe, with nothing left to hold and nothing left to do but rest. Feel how completely you can let go now, how fully you can rest, how softly the warm dark holds you. There is nothing pulling at you, nothing pressing on you, nothing left undone that cannot wait until morning. You are free, completely free, to do nothing now but sink into the deep warm quiet and rest. Let yourself take that freedom fully, the deep sweet freedom of letting go into sleep, and let it carry you down into the deepest, softest rest. The long night holds you safe and warm, deep and quiet and kind, with so many gentle hours of rest still ahead. There is no need to wake, no need to stir, no need to surface for a long, long while. You can sink as deep as you like into the warm dark and stay as long as you like, sleeping soundly and peacefully through all the quiet hours of the night. Let the long, gentle night hold you now, and rest in it fully, deep and warm and safe. Your breath moves slow and soft and deep, all on its own, carrying you gently through the dark toward the morning. Your body lies heavy and warm and still, sunk deep into the soft bed, completely at ease. Your mind is quiet and dim and peaceful, far down in the warm dark, drifting at the edge of dreams. Everything in you is soft and warm and at peace, and the deep, sweet sleep has nearly gathered you all the way in. Let yourself sink the last little way now, soft and complete, into deep, peaceful rest. There is only warmth now, and quiet, and the gentle dark, and the deep, soft rest holding you. Let it hold you completely. Let it carry you all the way down. Let yourself sink into the deep, sweet sleep of the long, quiet night, soft and safe and warm, held gently in the dark until the morning comes. Rest now. Let go now. Sleep now, soundly and peacefully, all through the long, gentle night. Settle now into the very deepest quiet, soft and warm and still, with nothing left between you and sleep but the gentlest letting go. The whole long day is behind you, set down and done. The whole long story is told and finished and softly set aside. There is only this now, the warm, dark and the deep quiet and the soft, slow drift towards sleep, holding you, carrying you, gathering you gently in. Let yourself rest in it completely now, with nothing left to do but sleep. Let the gentle dark wrap all the way around you, soft and warm and close. A quiet shelter holding you safe through the night. There is nothing in it but peace, nothing near you but warmth and quiet, nothing left to do but rest. Let it shelter you completely now, the warm, gentle dark, and let yourself sink into its deep, soft peace, drifting toward the sweet, deep sleep that is waiting to hold you until morning. You are warm, you are safe, you are held. Your body is soft and heavy and at rest. Your breath is slow and quiet and deep. Your mind is calm and dim and nearly gone into sleep. There is nothing left to carry, nothing left to fear, nothing left to do but rest in the deep, warm quiet and let the night hold you. Let yourself rest now, fully and sweetly, in the deep, soft peace of the long, gentle night. Sink the last gentle distance now, soft and slow and easy, down into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you all along. There is nothing to hold on to and nothing to reach for, only the warm dark and the deep quiet and the soft, slow drift carrying you down. Let yourself go all the way now, gently and completely, into the deep, peaceful rest of the night. Rest now, soft and warm and safe, held gently in the quiet dark. Let every thought go still. Let every muscle soften. Let your breath carry you down, slow and deep and gentle, into the warm, quiet heart of sleep. There is nothing left now but deep, sweet rest, holding you through the long, peaceful night, keeping you safe and warm until the gentle morning comes. Let yourself drift now, down and down, into the deep, warm dark, into the deep, soft quiet, into the sweet, deep sleep of the long, gentle night. You are safe, you are held, you are warm, and the night will keep you, soft and gentle, all the way through to morning. So let go now, completely. Sink down now, softly, and rest. Let a soft, warm breeze drift gently through the quiet room now, stirring the curtains the smallest amount, carrying with it the cool, sweet air of the peaceful night. The breeze is gentle and warm and kind, breathing slowly through the room the way the night breathes, soft and steady and calm. Feel it move over you softly, cool and gentle, soothing you, easing you, carrying away the last warmth of the day and leaving you cool and comfortable and calm. There is something so peaceful in a gentle breeze through a quiet room at night, the soft, slow stirring of the air, the calm, sweet breath of the dark. Let it soothe you now, that gentle, warm breeze, and let it carry you softly towards sleep. Let the soft breeze rock the curtains slowly, gently, back and forth, a calm, slow motion to rest your eyes and your mind upon, soothing you deeper with each gentle stir. There is no hurry in it, only the soft, slow breathing of the night, the gentle stirring of the air, calm and steady and kind. Let it carry you down now, the gentle breeze, the soft, slow stir of the quiet room, deeper and deeper into the warm, peaceful dark, toward the deep, sweet sleep that waits to hold you. Imagine a gentle carousel turning slowly somewhere in the soft dark, its quiet music winding down, its painted horses rising and falling slower and slower as it eases toward stillness. The slow turning is soothing to watch, the gentle rise and fall, the soft music growing slower and softer, the whole peaceful motion winding gently down toward rest. There is nothing bright or loud about it, only a soft, slow turning in the warm dark, a gentle music fading, a calm, easy motion carrying you towards sleep. Let the slow carousel turn softer and slower now, winding gently down, and let yourself wind down with it, slower and softer, toward the deep, still quiet of sleep. As the carousel slows to its final gentle stop, the soft music fading into the quiet, you are deep in the warm dark, soft and heavy, and nearly asleep. Let the last soft notes fade away, and let the slow turning come gently to rest, and let yourself come to rest with it, still and soft and peaceful, in the warm dark, drifting the last little way down towards sleep. Let the whole quiet house settle softly around you now, into its deep nighttime rest, every room dark and still, every corner quiet and at peace, the warmth of the day held gently in the walls. The house is sleeping now, the way you are sleeping, settled and still and safe in the gentle dark. There is nothing stirring anywhere, nothing pressing, nothing to disturb the deep, peaceful quiet. Let the sleeping house hold you now, warm and safe within its quiet walls, and let yourself settle deeper into rest along with it, soft and still and at peace. In the deep settled quiet of the sleeping house, there is nothing now but warmth and stillness and peace, holding you gently as you drift. Let yourself rest in that deep quiet, soft and safe and warm, sheltered within the sleeping house, held within the gentle night. There is nothing to do but rest now, nothing to hold, nothing to fear, only the deep soft peace of the quiet house at rest, and the warm dark gathering you gently into sleep. Feel yourself sinking now into the deepest, softest rest, far down in the warm, gentle dark, where there is only peace. Your body is heavy and soft and still. Your breath is slow and quiet and deep. Your mind is calm and dim and far down in the warm dark, drifting softly at the very edge of dreams. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left to be aware of, but the deep, warm quiet and the soft, slow drift towards sleep. Let yourself sink the last gentle distance now, soft and complete, into the deep, sweet peace of the night. Let the warm dark hold you completely, gather you completely, carry you completely down into the deep, sweet sleep that has been waiting for you all along. There is nothing to fear, and nothing to hold, and nothing to do but rest. You are warm, you are safe, you are held, and the deep, sweet sleep is gathering you gently in, carrying you down into the deep, warm peace of the long, quiet night. Let it take you now, soft and complete, all the way down into peaceful rest. Somewhere outside, a soft rain has begun to fall, the gentlest kind, more a whisper than a sound. It moves over the roof in a slow, even hush, steady and calm, the way a far sea breathes in the dark. There is nothing in it to wake you, nothing to pull at you, only that soft falling sound laid over the night like a blanket of its own. Listen to it if you like, that low, even patter, soft and unhurried, asking nothing of you at all. Or let it fade to the very edge of hearing and simply rest beneath it, warm and dry and safe inside, while the soft rain keeps its slow watch over the dark. The rain falls without any hurry, each soft drop following the last in an easy rhythm, slow and even and kind. It is the oldest lullaby there is, that sound, older than any story, and your body knows it without being told. Feel how your breath wants to slow to meet it, how your shoulders want to soften under it, how the whole of you wants to settle a little further down into the warm dark with each soft fall of rain. There is no storm in it, nothing sharp or sudden, only the gentle, steady falling, soothing the night and soothing you, smoothing the last of the day softly away. Let the soft sound of the rain hold you now, that calm, even hush over the roof, and let it carry you a little further down towards sleep. You are warm and dry and held, far from the wet and the cold, wrapped safe in the gentle dark, while the rain does its slow, soft work outside. There is nothing you need to do but lie here and listen, or not listen, and let the soft falling sound ease the way down into rest. Sink toward it now, that warm, easy quiet beneath the rain, and drift the gentlest distance closer to sleep. Far off in the dark, so far that it is almost more felt than heard, a single bell begins to mark the late hour, slow and low and soft. It is an old sound, round and warm, with no edge to it at all, each note swelling gently and then fading long into the quiet before the next one comes. You do not need to count them. The slow bell simply moves through the dark, marking the deep middle of the night, telling you without words how far the whole world has already settled into rest. Each note of the far bell is softer than the one before it, slower, more spread out, as though the night itself were winding gently down towards stillness. The sound carries across the sleeping land, over dark fields and still water, and quiet roofs, touching everything softly and asking nothing, saying only, in its low, round voice, that all is well, and the hour is late, and there is nothing now to do but rest. Let the slow notes reach you where you lie, soft and far away, and let each one settle you a little deeper into the gentle dark. And now the far bell falls silent, its last low note fading slowly out into the quiet, until there is only the soft dark left, and the soft rain, and your own slow breath. The night has marked its hour and grown still again, settled all the way down into its deep middle quiet. Settle with it now, all the way down, soft and heavy and warm, into the gentle peace of the small hours, where there is nothing left to wait for, and nothing left to do but sleep. My voice will stay with you a little longer, soft and low and easy, and then it too will thin to a murmur and fade, leaving you to the deep quiet and the soft rain, and the warm dark. There is nothing you need to follow now, no thread you need to keep hold of, no last meaning you need to catch. The long story is told. You can let the words blur and soften and run gently together into a low, warm sound, and then into no sound at all, and simply rest. Remember, as you drift, that it was only a story, the gentlest kind, a quiet account of a boy who walked into the dark unafraid, and found that the dark was not the end after all, only a soft, bright doorway, and a choice, and a way home. There is nothing frightening in any of it, nothing to carry down into sleep but the calm of it, the strange, soft comfort of it. You are safe here, in your own warm dark, held and kept, with the whole long night still ahead of you, and nothing in it but rest. So let the last of the story go now, soft and easy, the way you would set down something light and warm that you no longer need to hold. Let the boy rest in his long, peaceful life, and the old man rest in his, and let every name and every face from the story soften and fade away into the kind dark. There is only you now, and your slow breath, and the soft rain, and the deep, warm quiet gathering you in. Drift down into it the rest of the way, soft and complete, and let the gentle night carry you home. Feel the soft weight of the blankets over you now, that gentle warmth pressing down just enough to make you feel held, the way a hand resting softly on the back can settle a tired child. There is something safe in that small weight, something that tells the body it is allowed to let go. Let it settle you. Let your whole self grow heavier beneath it, sinking soft and warm into the bed. Every part of you supported, every part of you held. There is nothing to hold yourself up for now, nothing to brace against, nothing to keep ready for. The warm weight of the night is holding all of that for you. Sink into it, soft and complete, and let the gentle warmth carry you further down toward sleep. High above the soft rain and the quiet roof, far past the clouds, the slow stars are turning through the dark the way they always do, patient and unhurried, keeping their old silent watch over the sleeping world. You do not have to see them to know they are there, that wide calm turning overhead, steady and sure, carrying the whole long night gently around toward morning. Nothing up there is in any hurry. Nothing up there needs you to do a single thing. The night will turn, and the stars will wheel, and the morning will come in its own good time, with no help from you at all. So set down the last of your watching now, and let the wide, calm night keep watch in your place, while you rest soft and warm and safe far below. There is nothing left now between you and sleep but the smallest, softest letting go. You are warm, you are held, you are safe in the gentle dark, with the soft rain falling and the slow night turning above you, and the whole long, peaceful dark still ahead of you. Let the last small holding melt away. Let your breath carry you down, slow and soft and easy, and let yourself drift the rest of the way home into the deep, sweet quiet, soft and warm and held, all through the long and gentle night. And now even the soft rain is easing, fading slowly to the lightest touch on the roof, and then to almost nothing, so that the whole night settles into one deep and gentle hush. There is only the warm dark left, and your slow breath, and the soft, heavy peace lying over you like another blanket. Everything is still, everything is quiet, everything is held. There is nothing more for the night to ask of you, and nothing more for you to do, but rest in the soft, warm dark, and let it hold you. Let that deep hush gather you in completely now, soft and warm and safe, and let it carry you the last gentle distance down into sleep, where the long, quiet night is waiting to keep you until morning. Sleep now, soundly and peacefully, held safe in the warm, gentle dark, through all the long, quiet hours of the night. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to hold, nothing left but deep, sweet rest. Let the night carry you gently, all the way to morning, soft and warm and safe, sleeping soundly and peacefully the whole night through. Rest well, and sleep soundly, and drift softly through the gentle dark until the quiet morning comes. Good night.